little minute.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All praise and glory now to the Most High, the only creator and possessor of all things. Long live his anointed Son in the hearts and minds of the faithful elect. Back at it for another Sabbath session.
Okay, we know
your brother Malachi Maccabee out of Humility STL. Both tribes, Static Attic, all of the above. You know, back at it once again. We got Ezra'S Mourning for Zion and Vision of Jerusalem that he had. Now we basically gonna be focusing 2nd Ezra 8, 9, and 10. So it shouldn't even be a long class like that. But it's plenty of information. Went over class last night about the great eagle that Ezra saw and linked that to the 4th beast that Daniel saw. Went over 12 Caesars. And how the 2nd Caesar or the 2nd king or the 2nd wing on that eagle ruled the longest, which happened to be Augustus Caesar according to history. So we actually was proving the Bible via his history. You know what I'm saying? That was a few hours ago. Man, we right back at it. I want to thank all y'all for y'all prayers and all y'all support. We need your prayers more than anything. You know what I'm saying? As we make certain moves and make a few things happen, we need the right spiritual discernment. So we need your prayers more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for y'all prayers and y'all support. The brothers that's been and sisters that's been making the Hebrew Gur and all that. Yahoo, salute. Sending the Ark of the Covenant. My sister Seraphina sent the Ark of the Covenant on down, her little miniature Ark of the Covenant. Yahoo, salute. All praise to the Most High. So we're gonna get started shortly. Let me share this link and we're gonna get her done. How everybody's Sabbath going today? Somewhat of a beautiful day here in the STL. We about to sit down and throw down this holy word. All praises. Another Sabbath session. I don't know what's wrong with these this technology right here, brother. I don't know what's wrong with these phones. Everything's messing up. Okay.
Bluetooth is off.
Turn that off for a second. Turn that down. All right, so y'all give me a second. I'm gonna get on her, shout y'all out in 1 second. And then let's get her done. Make it happen. Bye. Everybody on Wi-Fi around this deal. Okay, here we go. Wow. All right, that's one of them Nehemiah posts. That Hebrew word text you 24/7. Some type of information. Here we go. Okay, bye. I'll see y'all up in here. See y'all in the building. Who all up in here? Quarter Israelite, Shabbat Shalom. Team Petty. Joy Elizabeth Ann, Shalom. Poppy. Shabbat Shalom. Iris Stevens in the house. Shabbat Shalom. Amuna Batya. Shabbat Shalom. Odelia. What it do, she bro? Shabbat Shalom. Solomon McFadden. Hallelujah. All praise glory now to the Most High. All praise glory now to the Most High. Who else we got on here? Tony Grady. Yaffle. That's right. Maryland in the building. All right. I see y'all. I see y'all in the building a little taste. We came on a little late today. We're going to get her done. All right, here. Let me do this real quick. Share this link on Facebook and then WhatsApp, and then we're going to get her done. And tomorrow, as noon Central Standard Time, we'll be going over the 2nd chapter of the Hebrew Primer. The chapter 1 is already up. Y'all can get on there, look at that, and follow along. We're going to kick off chapter 2 tomorrow. Yahweh willing. All right, where we at real quick? Bye. Let everybody know we live, and you know what I'm saying? Let's get her done. All praises, all glory, all honor to the Most High. All right, bye. Bang. Share that real quick. Facebook, we're live. Get in the WhatsApp, we live. Got Yoel Bon Judah in the house.
Oh, setting up.
Shalom, right?
Shalom.
Get all this done real quick. Break bread with the family on the Shabbat. All right. Let me share some of this. Post that deal. All right. What's up?
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, Macaw. Sword. Got my strap. Got my strap.
Got your
Who
strap.
won't get it?
Got your strap.
Who won't get it?
You ain't Wally Benini and
Nah, man, we ain't playing no games,
no
man.
games today, man.
No games, man.
All right, what's on your mind, man? I'm about to go over the second Ezra.
Oh, yeah, that's what's on my mind right there. That second Ezra, man.
8, 9, and 10.
Yeah, time is short, man.
Ezra's mourning for Zion, his vision of Jerusalem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, express yourself. How you feel? I know you read that a few times and you.
Yeah, my studies, you know, like within doing our studies and getting some understanding, we got to understand like these times are getting short, and the Most High, he gave us the word, the Messiah. You feel me? And he's telling you we talking about he gave us the one that created everything, the angels, the heavens. I gave you him. You feel me? So he wouldn't sacrifice his life for you. So he gave you his life. He gave you his understanding. He came and walked the example out for you. What more do you want? I'm speaking to the men. I'm speaking to the men to be men. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? He gave you his all. Your head gave you his all. You feel me? He gave his life for you, gave it all. You know what I'm saying? Then gave you prophecies and scriptures, you understand, put the inspiration and the spirit on men to write down these things that we may have for our understanding, for our fight that we're gonna have, because the lot fell on us in time past when the things that they were doing, walking around. So he left us understanding in writings. So we have to study them. And if you don't get off into them and study them and spend your time doing everything else, then you're going to miss what's going on in your very life. You're going to miss what's going on TV. You don't know why. You're going to miss the things that's going down your street. Why folk robbing you. You're going to miss all the understanding of the way you walked around, lived, and everything you're dealing with. You're missing all the understanding because it's right there for you. He gave us the word, man. Let's dig off into the word. You feel me? And let's get his understanding that he wants us to have. It's very simple. You know what I'm saying? But your mind got to be focused and vibrating high so you can be on that frequency where you can get the understanding, because it's only on that frequency. You feel me? The understanding is not on the low frequency. You can't hear that. It's like an elephant. Elephant hears something that you can't even hear because they're tuned in. Their avatar has a high frequency tuned in device. You feel me? So what we need, we have a high tuned in device right here, our mind. You feel me? Once we clear that out, you feel me, and get that in order, you feel me, maybe we can start to vibrate high and get to hearing them low pitched sounds where they're speaking to your mind like, damn, where they come from? Where they come from? Because you vibrating high. Yeah. You vibrating high.
My Lord, yeah, excellent way to edify and bring it out, Hebrew. We're going to start this off in 2 Ezra 7, actually. Read verses 1 and 2, then jump down to 6. And this is all going into the topic. 2 Ezra 7 first. Read 1 and 2, and then jump down to 6. All right. You feel me? We about to get this done, man.
Let's get it in.
Ezra's morning. If you ever got any questions in life, like if you one of those woe is me spirits, or why, you understand? Any of the whys that you come up with, I would advise you to read the entire book of 2 Ezra. Because he asked the Most High so many questions.
Yeah, he did.
And the answers the Most High was giving him via his angel, oh, you understand? And he still was showing them things to come, but he was letting them know, look, your arm's too short to box with the Almighty. What you think, you care more about my people than I do? Because Ezra had him some questions. You understand? So all praise, glory, and honor to the Most High, owner, creator, and possessor of all things. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, so look, let's get her done. We in 2 Ezra 7, we read verse 1 through 2, then we're going to jump down and read about this city that's built, and the path to it is very narrow. All right? So let's get her done, Hebrew.
2 Ezra chapter 7.
Let me share it so y'all can see. I got the screen share working today. You dig? That way y'all can see it. We're going to turn the screen around. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, dang. I'm going to turn the screen around so y'all can see that. Give me 1 second. Bang. Go back to the previous chapter. Bang. All right, now if y'all can see that up on the screen, oh, I'm tripping. Hold on. They're like, Molly, we can't see nothing. What you doing? Going off. All right. Y'all should be able to see that. If y'all can see that up on the screen, y'all, if that's perfectly fine, or do I need to increase the text size? If that's fine, go ahead and throw a 7 up in there. Throw a 7 in the chat if y'all can read that. We HDMI'd in over here, so we actually can read it right off the, if we need to. You understand? But that's cool. Look like we all good. Okay, cool. All right, 2nd Ezra 7. We're gonna read verses 1 and 2 first, and then we're gonna jump down to verse 6. Let's get her done, my brother.
2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 1. And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me the night afore. And he said unto me, Up, Ezra. And he heard the words that I am come to tell thee.
You hear me? So he tell him, get up. Ezra kept falling into visions. You feel me? In dreams and visions. And the Most High was showing him what was to come. You know what I'm saying? Ezra's question was always about Zion. It was always about Israel, the people, and Israel, the place. Jerusalem, the people, Jerusalem, the place. That's it. That's all he was praying about. Understand? Like, why the wicked heathens ruling over us? You understand? And these was Babylonians at the time. But he was a slave in Babylon, like you were a slave in Babylon today. Right? So he would always pray and ask the Most High. I'm talking about fervently pray and ask the Most High certain questions. Right? So this right here was a situation. So it said, Up, Ezra, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. Now, the focus of the lesson is going to be around verse 6. Let's jump down to verse 6. Just a little bigger, y'all say? Okay, hold on. I got it on 150. I'm going up to 175 then. I can do that for my family. That should be cool. If you turn y'all phones to the side, if you can't see that, that's on 175%. Y'all should be able to see that. All right, we cool. All right, verse 6. What it say?
Verse 6. There is also another thing. A city is built and set upon a broad field.
Right.
And is full of all good things.
You feel me? So again, we are certain people and we have an inheritance. You understand? And this city he's talking about is Zion. It is Jerusalem. It's your inheritance. But he's giving out a parable about it. All right, let's read up.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall. Like as if there was a fire on the right hand.
Right.
And the left a deep water.
Don't get it. It's a narrow path, right? And it's, in order to get to this city, to inherit it, you got to pass danger. Right? You see that? Now it's fire on one side and water on the next. So if you fall off this narrow path, you're finished. Finito. Done. Right? But remember, there's a city set full of all good things, built for you, already prepared for you. But you got to pass the danger that's set before you so you can inherit that. Y'all see where it's going. You should already, your creative juices should already be flowing. You should know exactly where he's going with this. All right? Because there is a city built for us, full of all good things. Verse 8,
Verse 8.
Yeah.
And say on one path between them both.
One only path between them both, right? Go ahead.
And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once.
So this is very narrow. If you ever been in school, they used to make you stand in what's called a single file line. You feel me? That's how thin this path is to this city. You understand? And if you slip to the left or slip to the right, you're finished. You're either going to drown or you're going to burn up. And then look, again, it is so thin. It ain't like we can, we can be shoulder to shoulder walking. No. Only one man can go on that path at one time. So that's something you got to deal with individually in your walk. You want the kingdom? Are you willing to pass the danger that's set before you to inherit the kingdom? Are you willing to endure to the end? You should already be getting this out of this parable before we arrive at the understanding. Like, dang, what if that was Jerusalem, New Jerusalem? And what if that was me on that path and it was so thin, You understand? If I slip to the left or to the right, I'm finished. Would I be willing to go on that path to inherit this city full of all good things? That's what you need to be asking yourself. Those that endure to the end get saved, right? All right, verse 9.
Beautiful. If this city now were given unto a man for inheritance, if he never shall pass the dangers set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance?
That's a question. If you don't pass the dangers set before you, if you don't go through your trials and tribulations like Messiah did, like the prophets did, if you don't go through your little family mocking and your loss of your jobs here and there and your dissolved relationships, whatever you got to go through, and it feel like it's just fiery darts after fiery darts messing with you because of what you own. You want to inherit this city, but you never receive your inheritance unless you what? You got to pass that danger set before it. Come on out, let's get it.
And I said, it is so, Yah. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion.
You see that? That's our portion. He just compared that whole parable to Israel, the people and the place. You want the kingdom, Hebrew? You want the kingdom, Shebrew? Then guess what? You're going to have to endure. And this also goes back to when the Messiah said, broad is the gate that leads to destruction, right? But narrow is the path that leads to righteousness, and there'll only be a few that find it. Apocrypha back it right back up. So this even so is Israel's portion. Why? Verse 11.
Because for their sake I made the world.
Wow. Come on.
And when Adam transgressed my statute, then was decreed that now is done.
Y'all hear that? He said he made the world for Israel's sake. For their sake. You feel me? And when it wasn't the Israelite around. You know what I'm saying? Right? That means the Most High had us in his understanding about the end of this whole matter before he even created everything. I made the world for them. Now, how was that? We the youngest nation. You see? That means you was already, you were predestined to be a prince of the power. You were predestined to be Israel. It's just what it is. What the Most High told Jeremiah, before you were in the womb, I knew you. And I ordained you a prophet before you was in your mama's womb. Well, who are you to know before that? A whole nother topic. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 12.
Yeah.
Then were the entrance of this world made narrow, beautiful, full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, full of perils and very painful.
Yeah, you'll be wondering, well, why I gotta go through? He's like, look, man, when Adam transgressed with all this wickedness you see going on now, is a direct result of the transgression in the beginning. You see, let's go on back to the source. Have we learned from Genesis, the 3rd chapter? Men and women, have we learned? Because guess what? The world you in now is painful. It's full of danger. It's evil. The days are few, full of travail. That don't sound like paradise.
No.
All right, verse 13. Now.
For the entrances of the elders' world were wide and sure, and brought immortality fruit.
Immortal fruit. So trip off that. He's saying paradise, bro. You dig? Was a world that was wide and sure. And guess what kind of fruit it brought forth? Immortal fruit. And there ain't nobody on the planet eating no fruit like that. Are you talking about physically? You feel me? Or you talking about spiritually? Period. All right, come on now. Verse 14.
Verse 14.
Yeah.
If then they that live labored not to enter. Hold on. It say, if they then that live not into these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that they are laid up for them.
Do y'all hear that? Do y'all hear that? If we then that live, or we do not labor to enter these straight and vain things, going to the narrow path back in the beginning of this parable, right? We can never receive those things that are laid up for us. In other words, if we ain't willing to earn salvation, stay on your porch. If you ain't willing to get on that thin, narrow road by yourself with fire on one side and water on the next, you dig? and go through your trial, your fiery trial. If you ain't willing to do that, stay on your porch. Because this is what this is about. You got to earn salvation. It ain't just he ain't just giving it out no more. You got to earn it. And that's what people don't like. The fact that, look, if you living, you better be laboring to enter that narrow path we read about in the beginning. If not, you'll never get the kingdom. Ever. And look, Messiah said the same thing in Matthew the 7th chapter. Got something to say, bro?
No,
I see that. I see the creative juices turning, brother.
Bro, you firing off.
All right.
Well spoken. Well spoken.
Hallelujah. All right, next chapter, y'all. Chapter 8. Let's go over to chapter 8. And again, if y'all ever got questions in life about what's going on, and you one of those wise me spirits, just read 2nd Ezra. I guarantee every question that you got that you want to ask the Most High, he already asked them. And the answers, but the answers are so powerful, you be like, wow, you dig. But this also proves you can ask the Most High questions.
Yeah.
Now get that Christianity out your mind. You can't question God. No, actually you can. You can ask him a whole bunch of questions. And it's mighty funny, you can't question God or the pastor, huh? I'm starting to notice something here. But when you get into the Bible, the Most High encourage you to ask him questions. Ask what you want. You want to answer? Oh, okay. You may not like the answer.
Yeah.
You understand? But hey, you're going to get that. Shalom, daddy, baby. Juju. Shabbat shalom, baby. That's right, Job. Exactly, Shadow. All right, so we in 2nd Ezra chapter 8. We start at verse 1. And again, y'all, the name of the class, we're going over Ezra in the Apocrypha, his mourning for Zion. This was somebody that really loved the Most High's people. And he was in slavery just like you. All right? All right, he was in slavery just like you under the same Babylonian construct. And he was a slave over 2,500 years ago because of the iniquity of our forefathers in Jerusalem. All right, and his only question he was asking the Most High, what's up with Zion? What's up with Israel? Why are heathens allowed to rule over us? And they've had a reputation as nothing to you. Yeah, real thing this. Shabbat shalom, Dun Mega, my childhood partner in the building, 12 tribe athlete, shalom, shalom, family, all good. Howard Brown, my Jamaican brethren. What Mina J? Mina J up in there. Yakeem Mack, the DC sniper in the building. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Tuvayah is good. Salute, priest. It's all good. All right, so we in 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter. 2nd Ezra, chapter 8. Let's start at verse 1, my brother. 2nd Ezra, chapter 8. Start at verse 1.
2nd Ezra, chapter 8, verse 1.
Yeah.
And he answered me, saying, the Most High has made this world for many, but the world to come for few.
Yeah, that's a sobering reality. We went over that a little bit last night toward the end of the lesson. But the fact of the matter is, the world to come ain't for everybody. It's only for a few. So get all your lip fumbling and get all that out the way now. If this is what the Most High has decreed. The world to come is only for a few. It ain't for everybody. Sobering reality, because I know we love all our peoples. I do too. Yeah. I do too. I don't see all my people up in there. But so does the brother next to me. And so does the sister over here. And so does my brother that's next door. You did? Let all of us tell that everybody gonna make it. Well, then what's the deal with judgment then? See, that's why it has to be righteous judgment on the table. Because if not, you niggas will let the devil into the kingdom.
Yeah.
Come on in, Satan. We forgive. It's all forgiven.
Jeez.
You see, that's why judgment is not left up to the emotional. Right? The Most High, all his judgments are righteous. Right? Because if it was left up to us, everybody would be in the kingdom. Because everybody got somebody they love and they want to see in there. And he may be a straight rebel in the eyes of the Most High. She may be a she-devil in the eyes of the Most High. But because you cool with him and you done known him since high school, you'll let him in. Now, that ain't righteous judgment. The world to come is only for a few. Yeah, real thing this. Verse 2.
Verse 2. I will tell thee a similitude, Ezra, as when thou asked the earth, it shall say unto thee, that it give much more mold whereof earthly vessels are made.
Yeah.
But little dust that gold cometh out. Cometh up.
Right.
Even so, in the course of this present world.
Like Ezra, you can ask the earth, right? Things that are made out of the earth collect mold, bro. If you pull gold out the earth as well, a little, it'd be dusty, but it's not as much as an earthen vessel that was made out of the earth. That's gonna have more mold on it than the gold got dust on it. So even if you just dealt with the earth, you feel me? There's more and there's little, right? There's righteousness and there's wickedness. All right, verse 3.
There be many created, but few shall be saved.
Flat out, Hebrew. Understand that. And we all need to understand there will be many created. According to the heathens' numbers, how many people on this earth, Yoel? About 8 billion or something like that? 7 billion, 8 billion. Now trip off that. He say only a few getting saved. Out of 8 billion souls on the earth, only a few. Count yourself blessed that you will know a little bit of this truth.
Shoot, and that's just only right now living. We're not talking about every 100 years.
Right, everybody lived. Oh, wait. Yeah, hey, this is serious. There be many created, but few shall be saved. The scriptures tell you in 1 Peter, the 4th chapter, that the righteous scarcely going to be saved. That means the righteous barely going to be getting in by the skin of their teeth.
You get to ride through that old grave, yo. You get to ride by one of them graves, you'll see all them tombstones. You get to thinking, boys, man, your time is coming. And shit, all these folk I heard, man,
already dead, already gave up the ghost. Boy, and there's a judgment coming behind this.
Some of them being tortured right now. Man. Very few that you see in them tombstones or in Abraham's bosom.
Wow.
Very few of those you see right there.
Yeah.
Just driving by them.
Exactly.
They in Abraham's bosom.
And that's what, again, y'all, get that reincarnation madness out your mind. Get that gone. You feel me? That's a lie. You feel? I know certain people believe that. And look, I'm gonna here to tell you that's a damn lie.
Man, that's trash.
You don't have 200 times to get this thing right. If that's the case, hell, we might as well all go do what we want to do. You understand? There is no such thing as reincarnation. There's resurrection, or what the scripture call regeneration. That's resurrection. There is no such thing as reincarnation. Right? And guess what? That makes you fear the Most High more, and you conduct yourself. You understand? Because you know you on borrowed time. You understand? You know, look, man, I only got a few short years. I better, once I found out this truth, you better dedicate the rest of your life to serving the Most High. And yes, there's going to be ups and downs, bumps and bruises. Get up and keep going. You understand? There be many created, but only a few shall be saved. Sobering reality. And you got Nick Rose running around here already claiming they saved. And it's in the so-called church. I'm already saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost, and he belching. You smell all pork coming off his mouth. Talking about he's saved already. You see? Then you got other Negro running around talking about they reincarnated from the past. No, Jack. There's only a few that's going to be saved, period, when you done talking. All right? Verse 4.
Verse 4.
Yeah.
So answered I, saying, swallow them down, O my soul, understanding and devour wisdom.
Do you hear what Ezra said when the angel told him, hey, man, there's only going to be a few that get saved. Ezra say, well, swallow them down, oh my soul, understanding and devour wisdom. If the fact is only a few getting saved, then guess what I need to be doing? Swallowing down, understanding, and choking on wisdom.
What?
That's what you need to be doing with the rest of your time in this God-forsaken place. You need to be swallowing down understanding and choking or devouring on wisdom, because only a few getting saved. See, Ezra wasn't under the illusion that most of these Negroes is under today, that he already saved. You dig? Even though the Most High told him later on in this book, he like, look, you good. Your works are laid up with the righteous. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Set your house in order, correct your wife and children, get all that together, but you all good. If you continue to the end, you on the right path. You see? So being only a few gonna get saved, we need to be swallowing understanding and devouring wisdom. Facts. It did. Our conversation need to be less and less carnal. You need to be getting away from all that because you're speaking death. All right. Verse 5. Right?
Verse 5. Mm-hmm. For thou hast agreed to give her and art willing to prophesy. For thou hast no longer space than only to live. Boy, you agreed to this? You sure? You all right? All right.
You hear me?
You want this?
You a soldier in the Lord's army? Are you willing to prophesy? Well, guess you ain't got that much longer to live anyway. You better get out here and do this. That's what I'm saying. Some of us ain't got no choice. Some of y'all may have the, what do they call it? The luxury. The luxury. You feel me? Of sitting on your lees and playing with your thumbs. I don't got that luxury. I don't know none of that's about. You understand? Time is ticking.
Yeah. You only got this one life, this one shot, one bullet to show you how you are worthy to be in the world that is made for few. You got one shot, brothers and sisters. Think about this. And if you love your children, you will give them a decent shot at this fight. Yeah. You feel me? If you trip off, is if you know war is coming and they have finished somebody when they go to school or something, or somebody they have to end up fighting, you would train them up. If you know one day they don't have to fight this fight, they want to deal with these perils, these evils, painful. They're going to deal with these things. If you love your child, even if you know a good time picking well, ain't no Christmas, ain't no fat white guy coming in my chimney bringing no gifts.
That's right.
Give your child the least the luxury of knowing the truth, so they are able to fight for themselves. You feel me? So when they come back and they get in a world where people say something about the truth and they like, nah, my mama, I ain't been taught that. I haven't been told that. Why? Because you knew better, but you didn't teach your children. Give them that shot because this world is made for few.
That's right.
It's made for few, so we have to be fighting righteously, man. You got one shot at this deal. He ain't gonna play around with you. He ain't no respect a person like thou. You think he don't respect you and your mama and your daddy? Man, who art thou? Exactly. Those will not have me reign over them. Bring them hither and slay them before me.
Luke 19:27. That's the reality of the matter. I'm saying, like, the Messiah gonna be handing out judgments in that day. He's not about to be playing with us, man. Get that little house on the prairie image of the Most High and His Son out your mind. Get that Mr. Rogers spirit out your mind. Everybody's not your neighbor. You understand? Get that you don't got enemy spirit out your mind. Christ got enemies. What you mean? If he got enemies, we got enemies. He's your master. What you mean? Come on, what's the next verse say?
Verse 6.
Yeah.
Oh, Yahweh, if thou suffer not thy servant, that we may pray before thee, and thou givest us seed unto our heart and culture to our understanding, that there may come fruit out of it. How shall each man live that is corrupt, who birthed the place of a man?
Come on.
For thou art alone, and we all one workmanship in thy hands. Let me read that over. Verse 7. For thou art alone,
right,
and we all one workmanship of thine hands, like as thou hast said. For when the body is fashioned now in the mother's womb, and thou givest it members, boy, thou created, thou is preserved in fire and water.
Speaking of a pregnancy, right? That fetus is preserved in fire and water. Fire and water. Fire and water. Fire and water was mentioned in the previous chapter, wasn't it?
Boy, ain't that a group?
Earth, wind, and fire.
You feel me? Everybody know these elements, man.
Been over here bumping these old school tracks, boy.
Yeah.
All right, so you in verse
in the middle.
They got half of 8 and 9 not on the screen. So look at y'all books for 8 and 9, and then we'll get down to 10. I don't know why it's like that.
Okay, we're gonna push forward.
All right, come on.
We're gonna push forward. Let me start that all the way over then and say verse 8 again. For when the body is fashioned now in the mother's womb, and thou givest it members, thou creature is preserved in fire and water, and 9 months does thy workmanship endure, thy creature which is created in her.
Yeah, 9 months endurance, right? Go ahead.
But that which keepeth and is kept shall both be preserved. And when the time cometh, the womb preserveth, delivereth up the thing that greweth in it.
Hallelujah. Verse 10.
Verse 10. For thou hast commanded out of the part of the body that is to save, out of the breast and milk to be given, which is the fruit of the breast.
That's right. You sisters should be breastfeeding your children, our children. You should be breastfeeding our children. Flat out. You dig? Don't be so quick to run out there and grab formula and because you losing patience. You understand? We need to be breastfeed. That's how the Most High designed you. You need to breastfeed them short liquors. They need all that. You dig? 1 drop of that, what they call it, colostrum or something like that. Oh man, does the immune system so powerful. You don't need no vaccinations. You don't need none of that. That baby just need that milk. All right, go ahead, Doc. Let's get it.
Verse 11.
Yeah.
That the thing which is fashioned may be nourished for a time.
Yeah.
Till the disposest.
Till thou disposest.
Till thou disposeth it to thy mercy.
Right. It's going over a pregnancy. You understand? And everything that the baby and the mother have to go through for this set amount of time until it's disposed to his mercy. That means till she bring forth and give labor. I mean, go through labor and give birth, should I say, right? Verse 12.
Verse 12.
Yeah.
Thou broughtest it up with thy righteousness and nourished it in thy law and reformest it when thy judgest me.
Thy judgment. So you seeing even you're made with the law of the Most High. Now, how Nick Rose telling you today you ain't got to keep the laws of Yahweh. Why? And you believe it. According to this, you are actually nurtured in the law of the Most High when you in your mother's womb. Wow. Wow. Did the placenta look like a tree? The placenta with the baby wrapped in, if you look at it, it looked just like a tree with branches. And that's medicine as well. You can make your own pen, all type of stuff, man. But that's another topic. All right, verse 13.
And thou shalt mortify it as thy creature and quicken it as thy work.
Yeah.
If therefore thou shalt destroy him, if therefore thou shalt destroy him with so great labor, with fashion, it is an easy thing to be ordained by the commandment that the thing which was made mighty be preserved.
Might be preserved. So he's saying it right there. If look, Mosiah, if you're gonna destroy with so easily something that you went through so much labor to make, well, it should be an easy thing to be ordained by your commandment. Then, like, think about all the work. But think about the number of births worldwide. Do you understand that the Most High has to sanction that happen every day? And Ezra is basically asking the Most High, if you're going to destroy something that you work so hard to make, right, then for us that's living, it should be an easy thing to be ordained by your commandment. Like, what you mean the commandments are hard? I don't get that either. What you mean the command? Can't nobody do any of that. He like, look, the Most High is going to destroy you who were nurtured by his law in your mama's womb. You understand? He spent 9 months laboring and making you, forming you. Eyes, toes, ears, nervous system, immune system, lymphatic system. I mean, all of it. Heartbeat, brain. 10 fingers, 10. He did all this and you were made perfectly. And turn right around and destroy you. You see? And that's what Ezra is saying. If the Most High going to destroy something he worked so hard to fashion, it should be easy for us to keep his commandments, man. Stop making excuses. That's the problem. Our forefathers made excuses. All right, verse 15.
Now, therefore, Yahweh, I will speak touching men in general. Thou knowest best. Thou knowest best. But touching thy people, for whom sake I am sorry.
Like, so with Ezra, he's specific. Like, look, of course, you know you done made all men, touching all men in general. But my prayer to you is about your people. Israel. That's why I'm sorry. That's why I'm vexed in spirit. You feel me? And it should offend you when you see a man of the Most High switching with his shirt tied up in his back. That should offend you. When you see a woman trying to act like a man, down there scratching like she got something. That should offend you. Right? Because they offended a real man of the Most High, Ezra. He said, for Israel's sake, whose sake I am sorry. I'm talking about your people. My prayer is about Israel. It ain't about everybody. All right, verse 16.
And for thy inheritance, for whose cause I mourn.
I what?
I mourn.
See, you don't even care about your people today. This brother was a real prophet of the Most High. This is the same Ezra that's in the 66 books, Ezra and Nehemiah. This is Ezra and the Apocrypha. Notice he say, for whose cause I mourn. We both be in mourning for our people, man. Not partying like it's a festive situation. Judgment is about to go down, folks. Come on out.
And for Israel, for whom I am heavy, and for Jacob, for whose sake I am troubled.
Come on. Powerful.
Therefore will I begin to pray before thee for myself and for them. For I see the falls of us that dwell in the land.
Man, come on.
But I have heard the swiftness of the judge, which is to come. Boy,
come on, the swiftness of the judge.
Come like a thief in the night.
I remember that? This was over 2,500 years ago. You dig? And the visions, that let you know, man, the Most High don't give you them visions for you to sit back and yawn. The visions that Ezra was seeing, he was convinced this was about to go down in his time. You understand? The swiftness of the judge, which is to come. He's seeing stuff he can't even explain. But the visions were so fearful and frightful and dreadful. He understood it's swift judgment when you're done talking. If you look at how long everything been going on, period, when the Most High enters judgment, it's going to be swift. All right? Come on now.
Verse 19. Therefore, hear my voice and understand my words.
No, Ezra and Nehemiah is not the same person. I was just talking about Ezra and Nehemiah, like in the date they're right next to each other in the 66 books. That's why I said Ezra and Nehemiah. No, Ezra and Ezra'S in the Apocrypha, they are the same person. All right, go ahead, Hebrew. My bad.
Verse 19. Therefore, hear my voice and understand my words, and I shall speak before thee. This is the beginning of the words of Ezra before he was taken up. And I said, O Lord Yahweh, thou that dwellest in everlastingness, or everlastingness, right, which beholdeth from above things in the heaven and in the air.
That's right. That's right. Verse 21 on the page.
Whose throne is inestimable. What's that? Inestimable. Inestimable.
Yeah, you can't even put no price on it. Like, well, what you like? How much you want for that throne, right there? You can't put no price on it. Come on, Hebrew.
Whose glory may not be comprehended.
Yeah.
Before whom the host of angels stand with trembling.
Yeah, that's your God right there. That's your King. Feel me? Even the angels tremble before the Almighty. All right, come on now.
Whose service is covenants, converses in winds and fire.
Yeah.
Whose word is true and saying constant. Whose commandments is strong and ordinance fearful.
Ooh.
Whose look drieth up the depths, and indignation maketh the mountains to melt away, which the truth witnesses.
Not trip off this. Like, you see how he praying? He's not praying like, dear Father God, the flowers of Nova Scotia and the Swiss Alps and the slippery slope. Man, he's letting it be known, great and terrible and fearful power, whose look drieth up the depths, and indignation maketh the mountains to melt away. This is how you're supposed to be praying to the Most High. You're supposed to be bringing into remembrance, you understand, everything that he done did. He talking about his throne, his glory, talking about how angels are scared, they tremble at his word. Say his service is conversion in wind and fire, whose word is true, saying is constant, whose commandment is strong, ordinance fearful. This is how you pray. You building up the spirit. You understand? And you basically praying to the Most High, but you're speaking things off your mouth about him, attributes of him. You see? Then you go into your petition, whether your request to the Most High. You understand? But you supposed to be like words like this is how you're supposed to be praying to the Most High God. Not how you've been taught in Christianity or Islam. You understand? This is exactly how you're supposed to be praying. All right, go ahead.
Verse 24. Oh, hear the prayers of thy servant and give ear to the petition of thy creatures.
Yeah, so a petition is a request. Right? So after he went through the Most High's attributes, you who stretch forth the heavens like a shower curtain, ye who established the earth that it will not be moved, ye who was with my forefather David when he cut off the head of Goliath, you, Father, who was with my forefather Noah when he made the ark, you, Father, who was with Moses when he was talking to him in the burning bush, you, Most High, who destroyed the firstborn in Egypt, you. Then you make your request. You see, hear the prayer of your servant and give ear to my request. All right, my petition. That's how you pray, y'all. Don't get out that Ned Flanders spirit. Diddly do, neighbors, love every, but God, please, get out that spirit, man. That ain't how you pray. All right, come on, now, let's get it.
Beautiful. For when I live,
for while I live,
I will speak. And so long as I have understanding, I will answer.
Come on.
Oh, look not upon the sins of thy people, but on them which serveth thee in truth. Regard not the wicked inventions of the heathens, but the desire of those that keep thy testimonies in afflictions.
So trip off that. He like, look, Most High, have no respect and honor for the wicked inventions of the heathen. Desire those that keep your testimonies in afflictions, and that's a true test of character right there. You understand? You still remaining faithful to the Most High, going through all your afflictions. Say, look not upon the sins of your people, but on them which serve thee in truth. You see? Don't regard the wicked inventions of the heathen, but desire those that keep your testimonies in afflictions. See, his prayers for the remnant of Zion. The righteous, those that's out here striving to be righteous. That's why we supposed to always pray for one another in this truth, man. Always. All right, come on now.
Verse 28. Think not upon those that have walked faintly before thee, but remember them which according to thy will have known thy fear.
That's right.
Let it not be thy will to destroy them which have lived like beasts. Woo. But to look upon them that have clearly taught thy law.
Y'all hear that? They clearly taught thy law, uncompromising. And this is something else, y'all. We don't have no authority to tell y'all to break the Torah. None. You feel me? For example, people be calling about, my job and, I got to work on the Sabbath. What should I do? Look, hey, work out your own salvation. And what you want me to give you a green light to violate the Torah? I can never do that. I can never do that. You understand? I can never give somebody a green light to go against what the word says just because they're in a certain situation. You see what I'm saying? There are situations where the Most High allows certain things to happen, like David and the showbread and all that. You did? So, hey, work out your own salvation. All right? Work out your own salvation in fear and trembling. Right? Ezra'S saying, but look upon them that have clearly taught thy law, not those that compromise it. Right? Just because you may hear somebody going through a situation or whatever. No, we ain't here to compromise nothing. All right? Come on now, let's get it.
But love them that always put their trust in thy righteousness and glory. For we and our fathers do languish of such disease.
Finish 30 if you can. You stop hit 30 again.
Oh, I hit 30. Oh, okay, but verse 30. Take thou no indignation at them which are deemed worthy than beasts, worse than beasts, but love them that always put their trust in thy righteousness and glory.
Come on.
Verse 31. For we and our fathers do languish and such diseases.
Read off here. You missed one.
That's small.
That's small, right?
That's small, right?
I
look down.
Yeah, hit that 30. What did it say?
31. For we and our fathers do languish of such diseases, but because of us sinners, thou shalt be called merciful.
No doubt.
For if thou hast a desire to have mercy upon us, thou shalt be called merciful to us, namely, that have no work of righteousness.
We had no works of righteousness. Basically, we all sinners and we all don't feel short, right? And that's what Ezra is saying. Like, you know, the fact that you will have mercy or have discretion, right? Because truth be told, we all should be dead. You know what I'm saying? Us adults, truth be told. And all the wickedness, not only that you've been doing, but thinking and left it unchecked, right? So that's another attribute of the Most High. He's merciful. You understand? There are times in the scripture where men should have been dead, like David and Bathsheba. You dig? Verse 33, what it say?
For the just, which have many good works laid up with thee, shall out of their own deeds receive reward.
Come on.
But what is man that thou shouldst take displeasure at him? Or what is a corrupt generation that thou shouldst be so bitter towards it?
Right.
For in truth, them is no man among them that be born, but he has dealt wickedly. And among the faithful there is none which have not done amiss.
Done amiss. You know, this is before the manifestation of Yahweh Shah the Messiah in the flesh. He's just letting it be known, like, I mean, look, even the righteous went off in certain times. Right? So this is his question. Like, his question would be to the Most High, like, well, look, nobody can say they ain't never sinned before you, other than our Messiah. You understand? But we 2,000 years past him. So he's just saying there's nobody breathing that can say they haven't sinned against you, right? But you still gonna have mercy. All right, go ahead.
For in this, Yahweh, thy righteousness and thy goodness shall be declared, if thou be merciful unto them which have not the confidence of good works.
Yeah.
Then answer he me and said, some things have thou spoken aright, and according unto thy words it shall be.
Like, yeah, you know, some things you saying right, servants. Now remember, this is an angel of the Most High speaking the message of the Most High to him. You feel me? So he's actually speaking exactly what the Most High told him to speak. Okay, so he says, some things you saying right. All right, and according to thy words it shall be. 38.
For indeed I will not think of the dispensation of them which have sinned before death, before judgment, before destruction.
For indeed I will not think on the disposition of them. Disposition means to dispose of, get rid of, to throw away, garbage disposal, right? So he's saying this is the Most High's answer. For indeed I will not think on the disposition or the disposing of them which have sinned before death, before judgment, before destruction. Verse 39. This is the Most High's answer to him. Right, go ahead.
But I will rejoice over the disposition of disposition of the righteous, and I will remember also their pilgrimage and the salvation and the reward that they shall have.
Like, so you was right in speaking that. That's what I do. That's an attribute of the Most High. He concerned more about the righteous and those striving to be righteous. So again, y'all that's in this truth, you understand? Never sneeze at this. Never take the little bit that we all know for granted. You understand? Because the Most High trips off or is focused more on those that are striving to be righteous than those I heard that can care less. That's the truth. All right. Now he's going to sit in judgment. Brother Corey Yahoo, you can read that in John 5. Judgment been given to Yahweh Shah. Judgment been given to him. And then he's going to give it to his faithful elect. All right, come on, Ak, let's get it.
Verse 40. Like as I have spoken now, so shall it come to pass. For as the husband soweth much seed upon the ground and planteth many trees, and yet the things that is so good in his season cometh not up, neither doth all that is planted taketh root.
Woo.
Even so it is of them that are sold in the world.
Woo.
They shall not all be saved.
Y'all hear that? He compared it to a farmer that plants seeds. He said, look, every seed he plant don't take root. It's the same with this world. There'll be many planted in the world. what? But they shall not all be saved, or they shall not all take root. And anybody will understand there will be a husbandman or a farmer, because he plants seeds every season. You see, almost every season, should I say? He plants seeds, and he understands. I dang, got all them seeds I dropped down there, boy. Only a few of them took root. It's the same with those that are created in this world, in the field of this world. You understand? Everybody's not going to take root. Everybody is not going to be saved. Sobering reality, ain't it? Sobering reality. All right? Come on now.
I answered then and said, if I have found grace, let me speak.
Now this is Ezra, you feel me? Responding back to the message that he just heard from the Most High through his angel. All right, if I have found grace, can I speak? So you see, it ain't like how you be talking today, cutting people off and getting out of order. Ezra asking, like, can I speak? Remember, he's seeing visions that almost killed him. Made his whole body weak. All right, if I found grace, can I speak? All right, come on now.
Verse 43, like as the husband's seed perisheth, if it come not up and receiveth not thy rain in due season, or if there come too much rain and corrupt it.
See, there's a such thing as too much water. You see, everything got to be properly balanced out. The water, the light, with the soil. You understand? And it got to be a seed that happens to take root. It's all factors that got to take place for you to receive the fruit. You understand? That's the byproduct of the seeds you planted in the earth. Whether you're talking about baby making, or whether you're talking about growing apples. A lot of things that come into play before you actually can bite down on that juicy apple. Right? And it's something that you never trip off of. All right? Come on, Hebrew.
Even so perish man also, which is formed with thy hands, and is called thine own image, because thou art like unto him, for whose sake thou hast made all things, and likened him unto the husband's seed.
Yeah.
But not worthy with us.
Be not wroth.
Be not wroth with us, but spare thy people, and have mercy upon thy own inheritance. For thou art merciful unto thy creature.
That's right.
Then answered he me and said, things present are for the present, and things to come for such as be to come.
Everything is in its proper time. A lot of us be like, dang, man, I wish I could have been born back then. I catch myself saying this sometimes. I wish I was in the ancient world, man. I don't belong in this place. You dig? But things present are for the present. You understand? Things to come are for the future, for the things to come. That's just how the Most High got this set up. All right, come on now.
For thou comest far short, for thou comest far short that thou shouldst be able to love him, to love my creature more than I.
This is what the Most High is telling Ezra. You done fell short. What you think you love my creature more than me? Go ahead, Doc.
But I have oft times drawn nigh unto thee and unto it, but never to the unrighteous.
The Most High said, I know I got close to you and unto it, but never to the unrighteous. You see, that's why at the beginning of this chapter, he said, let me swallow down understanding and devour wisdom. That's the spirit we all need to be in. Because whenever we out here operating under our own will, doing whatever we want to do, the Most High is not near us. You feel me? You're playing Russian roulette with your soul. Stop compromising. You understand? Stand up and do and execute what the Most High commanded us to do. We have no choice. Again, some of us ain't got the luxury most folk had, even in the truth. All right? Some of us out here for real getting this deal done. All right? 48.
In this also thou art marvelous before the Most High, in that thou hast humbled thyself as in becoming thee, and hast not judged thyself worthy to be much glorified among the righteous.
Look, this is what the angel telling Ezra, man, you're marvelous before the Most High. Trip off Ezra's character traits. You see, he's humble. You see, meaning he's lowly. He ain't walking around pompous and proud and I'm better than everybody. He said, you humbled yourself as it becometh thee, and you have not even judged yourself worthy to be much glorified among the righteous. All right. In other words, you ain't like, look, I know I'm saved. I know I'm getting in. Right. The angel telling Ezra, look, this is marvelous. Your character, the spirit you operating in, that's marvelous in the eyes of the Most High. We all need to remember that. All right. Again, the scriptures say the righteous scarcely gonna be saved. Get that out your mind, thinking that you got a for sure shot. No, you don't. No, you don't. There's a lot of wicked Israelites out here. Get that right. Just because you claiming you are this nation, there's a whole bunch of crack pipes out here. Don't get it twisted. You don't get it twisted because somebody says shalom or shalom. You feel me? Like, hey, try the spirit. All right, verse 50. What it say?
For many great miseries shall be done to them that is latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride.
Yeah.
But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee.
See, he says understand for yourself. And you know you seek out the glory for those that be like you. Paul told Timothy the same thing. What you done heard about me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who can teach others also. Seek out the glory for such as be like you. When we gonna start focusing on the righteous? When we gonna start focusing on the love he has for Jacob? We all know he hate Esau. You understand? We all know the judgment is coming to Edom, Moab, and all. We already know that. But you never heard brothers talking about the love he got for Jacob. You never heard brothers saying, hey, look, seek out the glory for such as be like you. You understand? Those that are striving to be righteous. That's who we need to be talking about. All right, verse 52.
For unto you is paradise open.
Do y'all hear this? Now trip off this. The angel just told Ezra, unto you paradise is open. He just told him, look, according to the Most High, you good. You good. You just got to stay in this right spirit right here. You good. I ain't heard that yet. You see? So we still got banging to do out here. But this man was just told, for unto you paradise is open. Seek out the glory for those that be like you. You understand? Focus on the righteous in the world. All right, come on now.
The tree of life is planted.
Yeah.
The time to come is prepared. Plenteousness is made ready.
Come on.
A city is built.
Come on.
A rest is allowed.
Yeah.
Perfect goodness and wisdom.
See, we was in chapter 7 about that city. Right? He comparing that city to paradise. Now you know. You see? He just told him, man, look, you good. You got a tree of life. It's already planted. You understand? You in the kingdom. The city is ready. It's building. Rest is allowed. No more slavery. And that's major to a slave because he was a slave. Right? Rest is allowed. Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom. All right, come on, Hebrew.
The root of evil is sealed up from you.
Right.
Wickedness and the moth is hid from you.
Weakness and the moth.
Weakness and moth is hidden from you. And corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten.
Y'all see that? So he letting him know too, man. You guaranteed your spiritual body and all that. You understand? You promise your glorified body and all that. Yeah. All right, come on now.
Sorrows are past, and in the end is showed to the treasures of immortality.
Wow. Sound like resurrection. Come on now.
And therefore ask thou no more question concerning the multitude of them that perish.
Okay, man, don't ask me no more questions about the wicked. They done. They done. Don't ask me nothing else about the wicked. Focus on the righteous. Because paradise is for them and you. All right, come on, Hebrew.
For when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High. Those scorn of the law and forsook his way.
They say it's a thought scorn of his law, like your Creflo Dollar, right? They say the law is sin. Even the Big Ten, he even talking about the 10 Commandments. He said the law is sin, right? But notice that the angel of the Most High telling Ezra, when the Most High gave liberty, they despised the Most High and they thought scorn of his law. That's Creflo to the letter. Anytime somebody will twist their lips and tell you that the law of the Most High is sin, even the Big Ten. Anytime somebody will tell you that they're thinking scorn of the Most High's law, let's see what's going to happen to them. And they forsook his ways. Verse 57.
Moreover, they have trodden down his righteousness and said in their heart that there is no Yah. Yeah. And that knowing they must die.
He's saying that knowing they must die. They've trodden down the righteous, you dig, and said in their heart that there is no God. For all you atheists out here, all y'all thinking scorn of the Most High's law, you so-called pygmy pastors, guess what? There's a death sentence coming. And we talking about eternal death at this point. Because you the ones that took liberty and thought scorn of the Most High law, you can try down as righteous. I mean, all y'all talk bad about the Israelites, all y'all. You dig? And he said, guess what? Say in their heart that there is no God. These men about money. They really not about no, like the Most High. If they would, they'd be moving in more fear of him. So he's saying that knowing they must live, no, die. They must die. You see? It's a real thing this. Verse 59.
For as the thing aforesaid shall receive you, so thirst and pain are prepared for them. For it was not his will that man should come to naught.
Yeah, it wasn't the Most High's will, you know what I'm saying? That man should die and come to naught, but we went against his code. Violated from the beginning, and this is what we have right now. And that's why we got to earn salvation. But this wasn't the Most High's will. You dig? His will was broke. So guess what? There's judgments behind it. All right? Verse 60.
But they which be created have defiled the name of him that made them, and were unthankful unto him which prepared life for them. And therefore is my judgment now at hand. These things have I not shewed unto all men, but unto thee and few like thee. And answer I said, and answered I and said.
Then answered I and said.
Then answered I and said, Behold, O Lord Yahweh, now hast thou showed me the multitude of the wonders which thou wilt begin to do in the last times, but at what time thou hast not showed me.
Let's go over to chapter 9. We're gonna read chapter 9, we're gonna read chapter 10. Again, y'all see what this is all about. This is all about Ezra and his mourning over Zion and vision of Jerusalem. All right. Now he asking the multi-questions, even though they try to tell you. Look at that right there, y'all. They say become a pastor, prepare for a career in ministry, earn your degree 100% online. Look at that. Ain't none of us ever been to no type of theology school and earned a degree from some heathens. Oh, man. All right, so we in chapter 9 next. We in chapter 9. Y'all getting some understanding thus far? I'll go ahead and throw a 7 up in the chat. If y'all getting some 7. I said if y'all get some 7. If y'all get some understanding, throw a 7 up in the chat. All praise and glory now to the Most High. We about to go to chapter 9. And again, y'all, ask the Most High your questions, because this man right here asked so many, but trip off the answer. You understand? Trip off the answer. When you trip off the answers, you're going to be like, wow. Wow. I never tripped off that. I know you didn't, because you're looking at this thing from your perspective, not from above. So you only going to see so much from your limited perspective. I know you didn't trip off that. You did, because I know I did. Some of the questions he was asking, I've had my whole life. Boy, and I'm like, dang, I got that question too. I wonder what the answer is. And I read, and he just busts his head with those answers, man. I just be like, wow. Dang. Why didn't I even think of that? You know what I'm saying? Shabbat Shalom, Hosea, sons of light in the building. Allah, Lord Yah.
Shalom. Shalom.
Where you at, man? The southern regions of Babylon. Pop on out. Come see your brethren. All right, 2 Ezra 9. Start verse 1 out.
He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest parts of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
You know, I hear that. So he tell them, like, look at the signs. I showed you signs of what's to come. When you see these things coming to pass, you know, guess what? The return is about to happen. You dig? The Most High will begin to visit the world which he made, and it's preceded by signs and signals. He always give you a warning, right? You see blood moons popping up almost every month now. Those are warnings, y'all. That's all throughout the scripture. The moon was put up there and the sun was put up there and the stars as signals. You understand? Or signs. What is a sign? It's a signal. It's to let you know something about what's coming to the earth. You dig? You seeing blood moons. You dig? That's in Joel, the 2nd chapter. The sun gonna lose its light and the moon gonna turn into blood before that great and terrible day. So we got signs preceding the second coming of the Messiah. All right, it is what it is. All right, verse 3.
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
You're seeing that now. You check U.S. Geological Survey. You can check that. It's over 100 earthquakes happen every day. People don't even trip off of it. You be like, oh yeah, whatever. Look, we act like there ain't a such park in the United States called Yellowstone Park. It's a national park. That deal about to blow. That deal about to blow. I'm talking about any day now. That's what all the so-called geologists are saying. That volcano here in the United States in Yellowstone Park at any second can blow the lid off that deal. You see? So this stuff is happening on a more random basis. You dig? And uproars of the people in the world. Look at what's going on in Venezuela right now. What's happening in Venezuela right now? You feel me? You talking about a total regime change. The entire country is lights out. It's been over 1,000 bodies, and it ain't been nothing but a week. It's been over 1,000 bodies, and that's just one example. That's Venezuela. You see? So we're seeing earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. That's the point. All right? We're seeing the very signs that we were warned of. Preceding the coming. All right, come on now.
Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
That's beautiful. That's how you know. Y'all should highlight that. That's how you know your God is God. There is no other power in the earth. Name one that deals in prophecy. He'll tell you the end from the beginning and tell you about the future right before you walk up on that deal. Right? Come on now. We read about the prophecy about the slave ships. That went out over 4,000 years ago. 3,500 years ago, should I say. And that wasn't fulfilled until the 1600s. You see what I'm saying? Most High is going. That's how you know he's beyond real, because there ain't another God that get down like that. Where their prophecies at? Where have any of their prophecies been fulfilled? Negro from the Moore Science Temple. I was talking to one of them Negroes before. The Moes, right? And I'm asking because they kept calling a little prophet Drew Ali. They kept calling this man a prophet. You dig? I'm like, who you talking about? Timothy Drew, who used to work for the circus? He ain't even know that. Well, what you mean? I'm like, man, your prophet Drew Ali used to work for the circus, Ak. His name is Timothy Drew. All you gotta do is Google him. You dig? So I asked him, I said, well, what prophecies did he prophesy about that came to pass? This man said he prophesied that there will be no grass in Detroit one day. I looked at him like, is you serious? No grass in Detroit. And then he said, yeah, man, that's why all the car factories are shutting down. I said, bro, there's still grass in Detroit, though. What the hell you mean? We got people in Detroit. There ain't no grass in Detroit, man. You see, when you ask these so-called people, these different philosophies about their so-called prophets, ask them what prophecy has he ever prophesied that came to pass. And I need to see it written down somewhere. Where is it? The best this Negro had for me. And he was totally convinced Timothy Drew was a prophet, Drew Ali. The best he had for me was him saying that there will be no grass in Detroit one day. And then he tried to compare it to GM shutting down. What's wrong with this dude, man? I'm telling y'all, this thing is real. All right, come on, let's get it.
For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifested. Even so, the time also the highest have plain beginnings in the wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs.
See, so he's like, everything has a beginning and an end. Everything. So does the times of the Most High. All right, powerful works in the beginnings and endings and effects and signal signs. Right, so when you're seeing these things happen, the weather, just last week alone, man, you had a typhoon, you had a mosque shooting yesterday, you dig, and this whole Venezuela thing. I'm talking about all, and look, that ain't even all the news from last week. That's just some key points from last week, right? We are seeing the endings and effects and signs right now. It's just you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention. You got better things to do. I know. You got better things to do than be a soldier of the Most High or be a virtuous woman of the Most High. I know. You ain't having no more fun. This truth got boring to you. I know. And look, if you're not careful, that's what's gonna happen. You dig? Get creative in this truth, man. You are God's chosen people. Get creative. Find out different ways to spread the truth. Right? Use the skills the Most High done bless you with to get the word out there. There's all type of stuff we can be doing, man. All right, verse 7.
And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by his faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils and shall see my salvation in my land.
Hold on, where it?
In my land.
What is it?
Or Jerusalem.
In my land. Come on.
And wherein my borders, within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
You see? So he already talking about those that he didn't sanctify from the beginning, gonna see his salvation in Zion. Right? This is the Most High's answer to Ezra. And he let you know the end of this thing is, guess what? Those that I sanctify for me, they're gonna see my salvation in my land and within my borders. Those are the ones that I've ordained from the beginning to see this thing. You see? Come on up.
Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my way.
Yeah.
And they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment. Dwell in torment.
Yeah. So keep mocking. Keep mocking your little niece and your daughter and your son. Here come Moses. Here come the 3 wise men. Yeah, keep mocking. Keep mocking, because guess what? There's a torment coming. There's tormentation coming for those who have despitefully abused his ways, man. You understand? They talk crazy about the righteous, thought scorn of his law. There's judgment coming for that. So keep playing around. Yeah, you'll be eating on a brimstone sandwich forever.
Ever.
Keep playing. And for you brothers and sisters, stand strong in this truth, man. You dig? Never be in a room with so-called perceived spiritual people and you start feeling, you get you a yellow belly. Like, dang, that is Pastor so-and-so. Like, you start thinking as if he's the authority in the room. Look, he don't know no scripture. Why is he the authority in the room? You see? Be strong and bold in this truth right here. That don't mean you got to disrespect them. You dig? But look, we here to swing swords.
No doubt.
We're here to bring some understanding to the table. You got your Bible, Pastor?
Right.
And he ain't going to have it. They don't have one.
Facts, man.
You understand? Our job is, look, we here to bring the light out. If you don't like it, don't listen. You dig? You are the authority in the room.
Real talk.
Because you had the truth.
These are not men of the Lord Yahweh, man. They are not, man. They are the deceivers. The scriptures say, man, woe unto the pastor that mislead my flock, man. That's what it is. You feel me? They are not that until they turn and repent.
That's right.
Just like when we came into the truth, we had to repent. So ain't no way you finna get outside of when the scripture said, when the Messiah said, unless you become like a little child,
that's right,
you shall in no wise enter into the kingdom of heaven. Your understanding, you have to be taken into a child's mindset and sit back and soak it all back in. Throw away what you thought you knew. You feel me? And be re-taught.
That's right. That's right. Just like the movie The Matrix, man. You had to plug in. Like, I know Kung Fu. You know what I'm saying? He like straight had to relearn everything. So he could be viewing this whole reality from a different perspective. You dig? The right perspective. So he can operate the way he needed to operate while he was plugged into the Matrix.
Yeah.
Right? The whole concept of that movie, man, the whole entire concept of it was off the chain. It was about rebirth, dying, being reborn, you dig, and fighting this mission to redeem Zion. That was the whole mission. Salvation. You dig? Revolution, where we need soldiers. You see? That's what time it is, man. And Most High bless you, brothers and sisters, beyond measure. Hallelujah. Come on, Hebrew.
Yeah. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me.
Yeah.
And they that have loved my law, while they have yet liberty.
Come on.
And when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it.
Come on.
The same must know it after death by pain.
Hold on, know it after what?
After death by pain.
Good night. Reincarnation. Night. Night. What you mean I must know it after death by pain? After death?
Boy.
I thought after you die, you come back 200 times.
Madness.
No, you got one shot. You better perfect your aim. You better spend the rest of your time here working on aim. You got one shot. Do not miss. Really? And so what Yoav said earlier was so powerful because he said, like, look, the Most High wouldn't even gave you a shot if he didn't think you could hit it. And that's the attribute of our Father. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't put you in a situation where he know that you can't be victorious. It's just you don't want to bring forth your full spiritual potential. You want to play with this thing. You feel me? It comforts you to let you know, well, you know, dang, you know, I got about 199 more times to get it. You know, 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer, and one of these bottles happen to fall. How many? Look, you don't got 99 lives to get this right. What y'all think this is?
And shots fired, but they some of the ones that teach that or whatnot, they look at us like we have taken our doctrine from the white man.
Nah.
We've got our understanding from the white man.
Nah, it's not the
Bible. Man, say that. That sounds like you got yours from the white man. You coming back and coming back and coming back. That sounds like, oh, there's no law. That sounds like where that come from. There's no law. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry about it. You'll come back again. You'll get to try it over. You'll come back as something else. Man, say that madness, man. We know judgment is coming.
That's right.
It's a judgment for what you do here on earth.
That's right.
Huh? Even them that teach that, that teach that know that they're going to be judged. Huh? So how you going to teach judgment, then reincarnate so you come back better or what? Man, that's just madness, bro.
That don't even make no sense.
It don't make no sense, bro.
Don't make sense at all.
You're gonna be judged, then you gonna come back as something else.
You gonna come back as your great-great-grandson.
Man.
You dig? And then he gonna live and die, and then you gonna come back again as his great-great-grandson, and on down the line. It's madness.
So when does Revelation 20 come into play?
I'm saying, like, when does your lot end? When is it like, okay? And then who is Messiah today? That's what I want to know, because he died too.
What?
So, I mean, he was reincarnated. Oh, so where he at today? See, that once you gotta start asking the right questions, man, all that come look, that thing fold like a cheap suit. that whole doctrine fold like a cheap suit. Now, most I'd rather have y'all in the mindset of, look, man, after death is gonna be pain unless we start getting ourselves together now. Put aside all that petty madness that we love to argue over. Like, you choose it once again. We choose to be angry. We do. If you know him, and shout out to my Ruban Ben Israel, he always say this: fire and brimstone. That's all you say. People around here arguing, fire and brimstone, fire and brimstone, because that's what's coming. You understand? Fire and brimstone. It's called the lake of fire. Ain't talking about the hell. That's the grave. You know what I'm saying? But we talking about death and hell being tossed into the lake of fire. That's Revelation, the 20th chapter. At the end of it, death and hell being tossed into what's called the lake of fire. Now, what punishment is that for hell if it's a fiery place getting thrown to some more fire? That don't make sense. You feel me? Hell is the grave. You dig? And they just let you know ain't gonna be no more death. You understand? But those that was down with Hashatan, you understand? Thought scorn of the Most High's law, guess what they got coming? Pain, death. It's just what it is, y'all. And Most High bless you, brothers and sisters, beyond measure. Y'all.
And if you really think about it, I don't think the human mind can really fathom eternity, brothers and sisters. Think about that for a second. Eternity, how long that is. That is a long time.
Yeah, man.
Your little mind that's some understanding that's on the highest understanding. That's eternity. You can't even understand how long you're gonna be suffering, and you got one shot at it. Exactly. Man, boy, I'm talking about we need to be every day, every hour, man. Man, I'm saying you have one shot at eternity and everlasting peace, or you got one shot at everlasting torment, bro. That's rough. Man, you almost be that's fearful, man. That shakes me, bro.
And look,
then this world, and then that world is only made for few. Man, bro, man, you got a real thing. This like Maccabee say, bro. Man, this ain't no small matter. No, this is not a small matter here. We dealing with here, man. We dealing with everlasting salvation. Yeah. You feel me? When they try to teach you in the pulpit, pimp say, and you shall be saved. Understand that it is some truth to what he's saying. It is some truth. You feel me? Matthew 10 and Matthew 24 is real. He that endures unto the end, the same shall be saved. You understand very clearly what saved mean when you get to read some of these scriptures. That's right. This punishment and this torment by pain. You understand? I'm saved. You understand what that means real clearly? Shit.
Hey, you better stop playing. Hey, look, I'm telling you, it ain't a laughing matter, but at times you gotta laugh and you be like, boy, the devil pulled a slick one. But the devil pulled a slick one. He got Negroes running around here thinking they already saved, and he got Negroes running around here thinking that they done been here 100 times.
Boy, Slick Willie. Boy. Shout out to Daniel Solomon, man. Oh, Slick man. Willie.
Slick Willie. Hey, man. He pulled a slick one. Serious thing. All right, let's get this, Hebrew. And it looked like verse 15 and 16 is cut out up there, but we got the book, so we all hard copy.
Oh yeah, verse.
That's right. I no hate your brother in the kingdom, not at all. It won't be a wicked toenail in the kingdom.
Right.
It won't be a wicked toenail. Shalom to my sister Eliana, my sister. Hey, what you say, Yak Ellie slicker than snot, ain't he, boy? You ain't lying, boy. Slick Willie slicker than snot.
Yeah.
Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 14. Then answered I and said, I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish, than of them which shall be saved. Like as a wave is greater than a drop.
Do you hear what he said? Boys, there won't be many more that died and get saved. In the parable, the comparison he gave was a wave to one drop of water. That's the comparison between the few and the many. Well, that should have made everybody get fearful up in here. Like, wow. It did. Wow. And this is what the Most High telling Ezra, like, look, get that out your mind, thinking everybody gonna be there. The word I made to come, that's only for a few. That ain't for everybody. That ain't for everybody, right? That's only for the few and the ready.
Y'all messed that up.
Yeah.
Y'all messed that up.
Yeah. Yeah. So notice he said like a wave to a drop. Y'all hear this? Many more is gonna perish, didn't get saved. And he say, like as a wave is greater than a drop. That's the comparison. That should scare everybody.
Wow, man. Yes, it does.
Like, what are really my chances?
What are my chances, bro?
Wow, man.
So we talking about Israelites here.
Yeah.
You ones that know the truth, bro.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Think about it, man. This is not a game here. This is not your Xbox, brothers. Huh? This is real life, brother. This is real life we dealing with here. And you are dealing with real life. Understand that he's not going to give it to you.
Yeah.
You feel me? He has the keys to your salvation. Am I going to give it to you or not? For I chose you, you have not chose me. Huh? He know your beginning and your end. You the one.
Ooh.
Huh?
Ooh.
Same way like your daddy know if he set some candy on that table, that boy gonna get that candy. That boy gonna get that candy. He gonna go in there and get that candy, man. Yeah. So don't think you smarter than the highest. That's right. Get your mind out like I know everything. I know I just gonna figure out. No, that ain't how it's say. That ain't how things are supposed to go. No, man, save that. Get her and get understanding. What did it say and believe as the scriptures have read? Get out your mind and your feelings, because your mind and your feelings and your thought will deceive you. It will deceive you above all things. Where do you think Satan is coming to holler at you at? Right there in your mind to deceive you. Right in your heart. Right in your heart. I don't want you to get that paradise. I want you to go where I'm going. Boy, and by pain and suffer, if you let that demon take over your avatar, you gonna be the one suffering.
Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, you don't need CNN to know it's war outside. You already know what time this is. And all of us do. That's the point, man. I think a lot of us, man, like play this as if, you know, Most High just gonna have to forgive me. Like, how do you even arrive at an understanding like that reading this? How would you mean he just gonna have to forgive you? I done heard men and women in the truth say that. They know they about to go do something that's beyond, oh man, the Most High, well, the Most High just gonna have to forgive me. Hold on. The Most High ain't gotta do nothing. We run around here talking about everything that we deserve. You look up deserve in the scriptures and see what you really deserve. And how many times deserve is mentioned in the scriptures. Then get back at it. Talking about what you deserve. You deserve death. What you mean? Get out your feelings, man. Get this thing right, because we ain't get, look, time is ticking. All right, verse 17, what it say?
Verse 17, and he answered me, saying, like as the field is, so is also the seed, as the flower be, such are the colors also, such as the workman is, such also is the work, and as the husband is himself, so is his husbandry also. For it was the time of the world.
Yeah, so he like, look, like you can't separate wickedness from wickedness. You understand? Or righteousness from righteousness. He like the field is, so also is the seed. Right? Meaning these are apple seeds. Guess what kind of field we gonna have? This is an apple field right here. Same as the flowers with the colors, such as the workman. You know how good of work he doing based off his product. Right? The husband himself, so also his husbandry, for it was the time of the world. All right, verse 18, what did it say?
And now when I prepared the world, which was not yet made, even for them to dwell in that now live, no man spake against me.
Wow, there was nothing to be said when the Most High was doing everything for us and it benefited us. Nobody had nothing to say. Khan out of one, yes, Lord. Khan, yes. Nobody spake against the Most High. You did? Come on out.
For then everyone obeyed. But now the manner of them which are created in this world that is made or corrupt by a pestilence, a perpetual seed, and by a law which is unsearchable, rid themselves.
Wow, y'all hear that? Yeah, but now the manners of them, see, the Most High blesses. What happened when you get blessings? Watch your children, right? You buy them something, you dig, especially little children. The next day, that stuff be in a corner, broke somewhere. See? So when certain things are happening and they know, okay, well, Pop's about to bless me with this, he don't speak against it. I don't really want that, right? But now, once you get blessed, the manners of them which are created in this world that is made are corrupted by a perpetual seed. That means everlasting as well, right? And by a law which is unsearchable, rid themselves. Come on, Hebrew.
So I considered the world, And behold, there were perils because of the devices that were come into it. And I saw and spurred it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster and a plant of a great people.
So he said, I saw it and spurred it greatly and have kept me a grape of the cluster. A grape of the entire cluster and a plant of a great people. Yeah, I spurred it, but I still got a chosen. I still got an elect. I still got a few. I got me a grape of the whole cluster. I got a drop compared to a wave. Wow, do y'all see the comparisons of salvation, man?
Real talk. And trip off of this, like the Most High, he said, man, it ain't his will for no one to perish. He didn't want his creation to perish. If you may think about yourself, he wouldn't want, if you created something, you wouldn't want your child to perish. You feel me? You don't want, like when you beat your child, you don't even want to beat them. We talking about to kill, lay down. To kill your child, the Most High didn't want that for us, man. He didn't want that for us. So if he didn't want that for us, think about it. If he say, I'm only going to take one grape out of a cluster, it's going to be one drop out of a wave of water that I created. You feel me? Think about the sorrow in him. The sorrow in him, like I did this. I created all of this. I did that. But yet it turned its back on me. It was worthless. It was worthless to me. I created this great, and yet it, you know what I'm saying? It became corrupt. It's like you see mold, some bread, a slice of bread, something that's mold over. You know what I'm saying? It just becomes to nothing. He created us. He don't want us to go, but man, your wick, my law, my rule, I can't go across that line. I gave my word. I'm not gonna break mine. You feel me? I'm perfect. You're not. Exactly. So being perfect is certain rules I will not break, I cannot break, and I won't break. So for thou corruption and thou wickedness, this is what has to happen. So understand, he got sorrow in this, but it's gonna happen. Same way, like you know, a relationship that you really cared and loved somebody, but you had to break it up. You had to put it away. You know, like I love this individual. Yo, what up?
It's already checked.
It's already open. What up, Bob? You know what I'm saying? A relationship that you had, you feel me, that you really know is becoming corrupt and is tormenting you.
Right.
But you have to let it go. You know, the breaking up or uprooting of that tree. After so long, the longer the tree's been rooted, the more the pain of being, and the stronger it is to uproot it. So he created us in his image.
That's right, huh?
You feel me? This ain't this. He didn't want this, but I will not go against my own word.
No, you understand? And he got a place for you. That's the thing. The Most High own the lake of fire, not the devil. Hashatan don't own the lake of fire. He don't want to go there. He did that. The lake of fire is owned by the Most High as judgment. You understand? Okay, let's get back to this. We in verse 22.
Verse 22.
And again, y'all see the title. Y'all see the title of the class, Ezra'S Mourning for Zion and his vision of Jerusalem. All right, y'all hit the like button. Y'all share it with your pastors, your big mamas, naysayers, shrimp eaters, pork eaters, whatever. You dig? It's going down. It's going down on Honor and Humility STL today. Let's get it.
Yeah. Let the multitude perish then.
Come on.
Which was born in vain.
The Most High say, this second Ezra 9:22. He said, man, look, out of the whole cluster, I just kept me a grape. And then he say, guess what he said? Let everybody else perish or die in, which was born in what?
Vain.
Vanity. Do y'all see that? Most High, even though he spent all that labor in creating us, but 9 months inside our mother's womb, you preserved in fire and water and many other things, right? The Most High would turn right around and say, look, let them perish, which was born in vanity, born in vain. You feel me? That makes you look at the Most High totally different than how they done raised you in these organized religions. Totally different. Like you fear something like that. You be like, well, hold on. You dig? Like that, he done made everybody. You mean to tell me he only saving a few? The word will come only for a few, and the comparisons he's giving is like come on now, what you mean, like a wave to a drop of water? A big old wave to one drop. Out of all these clusters of grapes, he got one grape out of the whole cluster. And he just said, kill everybody else. Let them all die. They was born in vain anyway. Wow. Come on, Hebrew.
And let them grapes be kept. And my plant, which was great labor, have I made it perfect.
Come on.
Nevertheless, if thou wilt cease yet 7 days more, but thou shalt not fast in them.
Now, if you know anything, Ezra been fasting for 3 weeks at this point. Now he's gonna make him fast 7 more days, but he gonna put him on strictly herbs. You dig? And these were the visions he was having. And look, the whole time he fasting, he off with the Most High. People looking for him, they angry with him. Where you at? We ain't seen you. What you doing? He like, look, get away from me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't even know I'm in a straight 101 convo with the Most High about y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, leave me alone. Right? And notice what he said right there. He said right there, look, and let my grape be kept and my plant. Y'all see that? Like the hell with everything else. I took one grape off of a cluster. Right? Give me my one drop. Give me my one grape. Everything else can go. That's what? You're going to fear the Most High. Once you find out that he only selected a few over many and the comparison is a wave to a drop, one grape to a cluster, maybe you'll take this walk a little more serious. All right? All right, where we at, Hebrew? 24, right?
24.
Yeah.
And let me say this right quick, you feel me?
Bro.
Like trip off that, you know what I'm saying, where he gonna spur only a grape from the cluster, and then he gonna, when we come into the kingdom, we gonna start to multiply. Like the sands of the sea. You feel me? We gonna start to multiply righteous fruit in the kingdom. So understand, the lot fell on us in the wartime. The lot didn't fall on for you to be that child that's gonna get born and just in all you know is righteousness. You don't know no wickedness. You don't know that. You don't know this. Like, we were built for this war. He created you for now. You know what I'm saying? Let's serve for righteousness.
Yeah. And it'll let you realize though, the Most High not looking for quantity, he looking for quality.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like Mally always talk about raising that bar. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure we the most top-notch Hebrews around, because he's not looking for quantity, he's looking for quality. So you gotta make sure you're on your A game. Like at all times. Yeah. Because them the ones he looking for. Yeah. Especially when you get into what you be talking about, the 144 that's gonna take back Zion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Elite men. You feel me? The super soldiers. Yeah. Special forces. Like, these brothers just ain't in the military. They in special forces. Yeah. They just ain't in the Navy. They Navy SEALs. Yeah. Right? They ain't just in the Army. They're the Green Berets. Yeah. You feel me? Like, it's totally different with them. You dig? And that's what the Most High is looking for, y'all. Excellent edification. Aki Yaki. All right, we in verse 24.
But go into a field of flowers where no house is built, and eat only the flowers of the field. Taste no flesh, drink no wine, but eat flowers only.
So for this next vision, he put him on a special diet. Y'all see that? He put him on a special diet.
Understand that's herbs, man. Some folk will be like, that's flowers.
I know my Aki loving it. He over there. Yeah, but notice right there, 2nd Ezra 9:24. For this last vision, after he fasted for 3 weeks, the Most High put him on a special diet. Eat only them flowers, them herbs, taste no flesh, drink no wine, eat the flowers of the herbs only.
Boy. Can I say this right quick?
And I'm glad my brother Yaki is right here, brother. Understand, like, why do you think he would tell him to do that? This vessel. He needs to get this vessel fine-tuned so he can vibrate on them high frequencies
to even see the vision.
Right.
Scientifically proven. You have to be vibrating over 125 hertz to even see these type of visions. Over 125 hertz up to 528 hertz. You know what I'm saying? Physical manifestation start at 432. So we see, but look, when you go throughout Daniel, and Daniel did his fast, everybody that's seen visions had to go through some type of diet program. Period.
Makes sense, don't it?
Period. Makes sense, huh?
Makes sense. Makes sense. Hey, look, that's that lifestyle of that diet y'all scared of.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
It's what it is, man. Nobody said this thing will be smooth for that. You're gonna have to challenge yourself, man. You're gonna have to challenge yourself. You dig? We're going to get closer to the Most High. What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to sacrifice? You feel me? So all praise, glory, and honor. May the Most High bless all you brothers and sisters beyond measure. Beyond measure. All praise to the Most High. Allah, Lord, yeah. Matter of fact, I need to post if y'all ain't got tickets yet for Passover too, I need to post that up in here. Post it up in here real quick. Y'all go to the actual link, you dig, and print out your tickets. Print them deals. How many seats we got left? I know we
we down. We got 80 seats left.
Got 80 seats left. That deal filling up quick.
And only 2% is from St. Louis. Everybody else from out of town.
Out of town.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, our Lord, yeah, we gonna feast regardless, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going down regardless, brother. Our Lord, yeah. You did. All right, we in verse 25. 25. Remember, he only could eat the herbs, no wine, no flesh, no nothing. Right? Only eat the herbs for these 7 days, and they say, and pray unto the highest continually. So that means you constantly in prayer. Notice he's isolated too. You see that? And look, like a lot of this be having to happen. You look up, be like, dang, I ain't seen the broom about a week. What you been up to? You know, and then of course you got all that. Been handling business or whatever. But a lot of times, y'all, it be this. Brother be off in his corner, you know what I'm saying, consulting with the Most High over the next move that, you know what I'm saying, that need to get made out here or whatever. Feel me? This is a way of life that a lot of brothers that were very spiritual, that the Most High was revealing himself to. Notice he kept telling Ezra, I'm talking about you and a few like you. I ain't talking about everybody. You talking about everybody. I'm only talking about a few like you. You see? And that type of lifestyle, a lot of people ain't ready for. You dig? But those that's close to the Most High and dedicated their lives to him, hey, this is the type of lifestyle they live.
Piece of cake, huh?
Yeah, it's always fasting. It's always watch what you put in your temple. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. All right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
And prayer unto the highest, continually. Then will I come and talk with thee. You hear that?
Yeah. Then I will come talk with you.
Then will I come talk to you.
Lord, yeah,
man, our people think everything is supposed to be given to them.
Right.
Verse 26. So I went my way into the field, which is called Ordoth, like as he commanded me.
Yeah.
And there I sat among the flowers and did eat the herbs of the field, and the meat of the same, of the same sacrifice satisfied me.
So the meat he talking about is the herbs. Yeah, remember he just told him eat no flesh.
The meat of the same.
Yeah. So don't get simple. He just told him don't eat flesh.
Yep.
For these 7 days. You dig? So you can't get simple and say, well, meat right here, brother, is some flesh. No, he just told him don't eat the flesh. The meat of the same is the herbs of the field. Yeah. Just like in Genesis, the first chapter.
Fruit of the tree, the seeds, and the herbs shall be meat unto you.
Yeah. Same exact thing. Same exact thing. We ready to vibrate high, baby.
Vibrate high, man.
Yeah, hey, look, this brew came in. That's how you know it's of the Most High. You just pulled up. Hey, look, there's 2 Ezra 9:24. Lock it up in there, bro.
Right.
You like
you see, as soon as he came in, Verse 27.
Yeah.
After 7 days, I sat upon the grass, and my heart was vexed within me.
Right.
Like as before. And I opened my mouth and began to talk before the Most High, and said, O Lord Yah, that thou that showeth thyself unto us, thou showeth unto our fathers in the wilderness, in a place where no man treadeth, in a burned place, when they came out of Egypt.
Notice all the righteous prayers, all the prayers in the Bible, they pray a certain way, man. It's not how you've been trained in your organized religions. I was saying that earlier, right? They always start off with identifying the Most High who you talking to, Yahweh, and then they go right into his attributes, what he has done, the great mighty works he done in the past. That's how you build the spirit up when you praying to the Most High. Yeah, you start feeling warm inside. You be like, boy, I ain't open up a window. I'm hot up in this thing. Your blood flowing, the spirit's flowing. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is, you dig? And all these men prayed a certain way, and notice they got results. They got major league results. You feel me? What I'm saying is we need to be copying the same blueprint when we pray. Don't pray to the Most High like he just some chump sucker. Like, actually pray to him, right? And the first thing you do is identify him. The second thing you do is to talk about his great works that he did. Then you make your petition, which is your request. You dig? And I put a Baba Kwashai on there. Well, please, I beseech thee. I'm begging you, Heavenly Father, if I have found grace in your sight, Baba Kwashai, answer thy servant. You feel me?
And we got the evening class tomorrow too.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah,
it's going down.
Yeah. Shout out to the brother Krata Zayai, man. He been bigging that class up. Like, man, he's telling everybody we're gonna go to that class tomorrow and listen to
he did an excellent job on there, man. Yeah. You dig? I was surprised, like, dang, bro, he was flowing with it. You know what I'm saying? So I had that brother on there.
Yeah, so he's supposed to be listening tomorrow. You're gonna have all people listening tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
All praise.
All praise.
Shouts out to that brother.
Yeah,
no doubt. All right, come on, Hebrew, let's get it.
Verse 29.
We in 30.
All right,
yeah.
And thou spakest, saying, "Hear me, O Israel, and mark my words."
Come on.
Boy, that's where they get that from.
Mark my words.
You hear that? Yeah. Mark my words.
Yeah. You get that from the Most High. He tell you, mark my words. Mark my words. Write them down. Watch what I say come to pass. Right, go ahead.
And mark my words, thou seed of Jacob. For behold, I sow my law in you, and it shall bring fruit in you, and ye shall be honored in it forever.
Wow.
But our
go ahead.
But our fathers, which received the law, kept it not. Kept it not, and observed not thy ordinance. With an S.
Yeah.
And though the fruit of thy law did not perish, neither could it, for it was thine. Yet they that received it perished, because they kept not the things that were sold in them.
Straight up, because I mean his law can't perish, but we perish because we choose to go against and transgress. You understand? Come on, Hebrew.
And lo, it is a custom when the ground has received seed, or the sea a ship, or any vessel, meat or drink, that they being perished within it was sold or cast into. That things also which were sold or cast therein or received does perish and remain not with us, but with us it has not happened so.
Right, come on, verse 36.
For we that have received the law perish by sin, and our hearts also which received it, notwithstanding the law perish not, but remaineth in his force.
Yeah.
And when I spake these things in my heart, I looked back with my eyes, and upon the right side I saw a woman.
I remember, he's in the field rapping with the Most High, right? He's in the vision though, right? So when he talking about how a seed or something can be planted, it will grow if it take root, but if it's uprooted, it's not gonna grow. You dig? That don't mean the seed that you dug back up can't work anywhere else, right? But guess what? Nothing's gonna grow right here. It's the same thing with us. You dig? The seed was given. Matter of fact, it said earlier when we read 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter, that actually we are formed by the law of the Most High. You dig? But if we keep not that which was committed to us, guess what? It's uprooted. That seed or that law is uprooted, and we perish, but the seed remains. You see? You feel me? It's the same thing.
Hey, that straight even makes sense though when you get into agriculture. It makes all the sense in the world. You know what I'm saying? Just because the land is destroyed when you plant the seed, don't mean the seed destroyed.
Exactly.
Period.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Hold up, bro. All you gotta do is go to Home Depot. Go to your Home Depot right now and go look in the their little section where they have plants, that have been planted somewhere else,
and then uprooted
and putting these little black things, and putting these little black things for you to go plant it somewhere else in wherever ground you want.
Long as the environment It's control, meaning as long as it's keeping the commandments and doing what it's doing, doing what it's been given to get. Like as long as it's got the proper nutrients, the proper sunlight, the proper water, which what we'll call good ground or the water from the Most High. That's great.
So, and this is for all y'all sons. Think about this wisely. Who you plant your seed in. Understand? But the ground that you plant your seed in, you be having some bad ground. You gotta work with that ground, do all type of thing. That ground is the you stuck with dealing with that ground. If you put that seed in some soil, it's think about that. It's just like planting, bro. Think about you want a righteous daughter of Zion. You know what I'm saying? Trying to serve the Most High, at least trying. So when you put your seed in it, you don't have no problems. You know what I'm saying? Your seed right there, you know what I'm saying? All type of problems that you're gonna have to deal with. It's like tilling the ground. I done put my seed in bad ground. You feel me? Now it's like, dang, I'm having all type of problems dealing with this. You feel me?
Real talk. And yeah, look, you see how these parables, you feel me, and these visions start unfolding. They become real life because it actually applies to real life.
It'll be straight scientific facts to back it up.
Yeah. So now he was talking about this seed being uprooted and death, right? And then he look up and he see a woman. I look upon the right side and I saw a woman. Who is this woman? Let's read.
And behold, she mourned and wept with a loud voice, and was and was much grieved in her heart, and her clothes were rent, and she had ashes upon her head.
Come on.
Then let I my thoughts go that I was in. I let them thoughts go and turn me unto her.
So remember, he having a vision. He rapping with the angel about what's going on with Zion, what's going on with Israel. You dig? And then he see a woman. You dig? So then he so for a minute, he thinking he's getting off track. You know what I'm saying? He see this woman, but she's weeping loud. She's bewailing. She's doing all this. Right? This got his attention. Right? Come on, Hebrew.
Then let I my thoughts go that I was in, and turned me into her, and said unto her, wherefore weepest thou? Why art thou so grievous in thy mind?
They were asked the real thing. Wherefore weepest thou? Wherefore weepest thou? Wherefore weepest thou? Hey, you start speaking his old English, boy. I'm telling you. You'll be like, boy, this boy, he reads the Bible too much. Wherefore weepest thou? Why art thou so grieved in thy mind? What is language in there, boy? I'm telling you, boy. Come on, Hebrew.
And she said unto me, Sir, let me alone, that I may bewail myself and add unto my sorrow. For I am sore vexed in my mind and brought very low.
Like, look, leave me alone. Let me wallow in my misery. I'm brought very low. Leave me alone. All right, go ahead.
And I said unto her, what aileth thee? Tell me. She said unto me, I thy servant have been burned and had no child, though I had a husband 30 years.
About that. Had a husband for 30 years, but was barren, right? Didn't have a child, was barren, right? But was married for 30 years. Righteous, right? Go ahead.
And those 30 years, I did nothing else day and night, and every hour, but make my prayers unto the highest.
Come on.
After 30 years, Yah heard me, thine handmaid, looked upon my misery, considered my trouble, and gave me a son. And I was very glad of him. So was my husband also, and all my neighbors, and gave great honor unto the Almighty.
Lord Yah, a son is born. Yeah, come on.
And I nourished him with great travail. And when he grew up and came to the time that I should have a wife, that he should have a wife,
right?
I made a feast.
I made a feast, right? So she didn't have a son. She, don't forget, she's mourning, right? But she had a son. She was barren for 30 years. You understand? Was married for 30 years. Finally got a son. The Most High heard her prayer. You see? And a miracle happened, right? The son grows up, and it's time for him to get married, to take him a wife. And she say, you know what? I'm making my son a feast. How about that? Make him a feast, right?
Right.
All right. Chapter 10. Is there a significance to the 30 years? Yes, it is, my sister Soraya. Just keep listening. It's going to tell you exactly what the 30 years are. All right. Don't none of y'all be giving the answers away yet, brother. Y'all getting some of me in there, man. I be having to catch myself when y'all keep teaching. Like, oh, dang, I'm tripping. I gave the answer away. My bad, bro. Okay. All right. Chapter 10, verse 1.
And it so came to pass that when my son was entered into his wedding chamber, he fell down and died. Then we all overthrew the lights, and all my neighbors rose up to comfort me. So I took my rest upon the second day at night.
So he, it was time for him to go consummate the marriage. But he died before he can even consummate. He's in the wedding chamber. She threw a feast. That means they went through the feast. They enjoyed themselves. You know what I'm saying? I'm so proud of you, son. He get into the chamber, you understand, to test out his bride. You understand? That's what it was. You know, the tokens of it was. She had to be the tokens of it.
Take it for a ride.
Yeah. To actually consummate the marriage, become one flesh. It did. And he ended up dying. All right. Verse 3.
And it came to pass when they had all left off the comfort,
comfort me,
off to comfort me, to the end I might be quiet. Then rose I up by night and fled, and came hither into this field, as thou seest.
Yeah, she's like, I had to get up out the city, man. I'm cool. I'm in this field, and this is why I'm crying. My son, who I waited 30 years to have, is dead. You dig? And so I'm out here crying, but welling. Ezra saw it, and he was already talking with the angel, but now he like, woman, what's wrong? Why weepest thou? You dig? Let's get it, Hebrew. Verse 4.
And I do now purpose do not to return into the city, but here to stay, and neither to eat nor drink, but continually to mourn and fast until I die.
I'm dying in this field. Yeah, I'm gonna mourn and fast, and I'm out of here. Like, I'm cool. You feel me? Yeah, mind made up. Right? Come on now.
Then left I the meditation wherein I was, and spake to her in anger, saying, thou foolish woman, above all others, seest thou not our mourning, and what happens unto us?
Come on.
How that Zion, our mother, is full of all heaviness, and much humbled, mourning very sorrow.
Very sore. Let's trip off this.
Very sore.
Let's trip off this, because Ezra is basically this whole time rapping with the Most High through his angel, and he mourning. He like, Most High, why? So he getting mad at the woman, like, woman, hold on. You mourning over one son?
Yeah.
You mourning over, you ain't seen what happened to all us? Like, where you been at?
Yeah.
What rock you been living under?
Yeah.
You crying over one son.
And notice it said that he was in his meditation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, he left his meditation. Like, hold on, woman, you tripping. Like, what's really going on here, right? But look, this story gets interesting. Just keep listening. Just keep listening. It gets very, very interesting. Verse 8.
And now seeing we all mourned and are sad, for we are all in heaviness. Art thou grieved for one son? For ask the earth, and she shall tell thee that it is she which ought to mourn for the fall of so many that grew up upon her.
He like ask the earth. The earth need to be mourning. Think about so many that didn't fail. On her, you mourning for one son. Okay, okay, come on.
For out of her came all at the first, and out of her shall all others come. And behold, they walked almost all in destruction.
All into destruction. Almost everybody that's born is getting destroyed. Wow, man. Remember, only a few gonna be saved. Right? Come on, Hebrew.
And a multitude of them is utterly rooted out.
Come on.
Who then should make more mourning than she that has lost so great a multitude, and not thou, which are sorry, but for one.
So Ezra checking this woman. You checking it like, look, you tripping. Like, you know how much more serious this is. But again, y'all, this gets interesting. Keep reading. Come on now.
But if thou sayest unto me, my lamentation is not like the earth's, because I have lost the fruit of my womb, which I brought forth with pains and burdened with sorrows, but the earth not so, for the multitude present in it, according to the course of the earth, is gone as it came. Then say I unto thee, like as thou hast brought forth with labor, even so the earth also have given her fruit, namely man, even since the
ever since.
My bad.
Ever since.
My bad. Ever since the beginning unto him that made her. Now therefore keep thy sorrow to thyself, and bear with a good courage that which hath befall thee. For if thou shalt acknowledge the determination of Yah to be just,
right,
thou shalt both receive thy son in time, and shall be commanded among women.
So he like, look, if you just accept the righteous judgment of the Most High, about the righteous judgment of the Most High, about what has happened with your son, you feel me? You shall both receive your son in time, and shall be commended among women. That's powerful. All right, verse 17.
17. Go thy way then into the city to thy husband. And she said unto me, that will I not do. I will not go into the city, but here will I die. So I proceeded to speak further unto her, and said, do not so, but be concealed, but be counseled by me. For how many are the adversities of Zion?
See, everything is about Zion, man. Everything. That's headquarters. Everything is about Jerusalem, Mount Zion. All right? Come on, Hebrew.
Be comfort in regard of the sorrow of Jerusalem.
Yeah.
For thou seest that our sanctuary is laid waste.
Wow.
Our altars broken down. Our temple destroyed.
This is what Ezra's saying to this woman. Like, look, you really want to talk about something to be mourning? We need to be mourning over Zion. Right? And that's crazy because we don't even think about home no more. Come on now.
Our pastry is laid on the ground.
Our
psaltery is laid on the ground. Our song is put to silence.
Wow.
Our rejoicing is at an end. The light of our candlestick is put out.
Wow.
The ark of our covenant is spoiled. Our holy things are defiled. And the name that is called upon us is almost profane.
Wow.
Our children are put to shame. Our priests are burnt. Our Levites are going into captivity. Our virgins are defiled. Our wives ravished.
Our wives have been raped. Our virgins are pure or have been defiled. You see? Come on.
Our righteous men carried away. Our little ones destroyed. Our young men are brought in bondage. And our strong men will become weak.
Y'all heard that?
And our strong men will become weak.
That's what's happening. All this that we read is frighteningly accurate because it's going on now.
Boy.
The Most High requires that which is past. And the strong men have become weak. And everything else is said up top.
That's crazy.
Come on, Doc, let's
Verse 23.
Yeah.
And which is the greatest of all, the seal of Zion have now lost her honor.
Wow.
For she is delivered into the hands of them that hate us.
Wow.
And therefore, shake off thy great heaviness and put away the multitude of sorrows, that the mighty may be merciful unto thee again. And the highest shall give thee rest and ease from thy labor. Verse 25. And it came to pass while I was talking with her, behold, her face upon a sudden shine exceedingly. and her countenance glistened. She that was afraid, so that I was afraid of her, and mused what I might be.
What it might be. Now trip off that. Now all of a sudden, this woman that was crying and giving this whole breakdown about how she done lost her son, now she's shining. Right? So now she's being glorified, and this shake up Ezra Taylor. Hold on. You dig? Remember, he just was checking her, like, hey, you tripping. You feel me? What about Zion? Look about the strong men are weak, the virgins defiled, the women have been ravished. What about Zion? Right? He look up and this woman's shining so much it kind of throw him off. It shake him like, oh, hold on, right? Verse 26.
Verse 26.
Yeah.
And behold, suddenly she made a great cry, very fearful, so that the earth shook at the noise of the woman.
We in 2nd Ezra 10, we in verse 27. Not sure about that. She made a great cry, very fearful, a shriek, right? So that the earth shook at the noise of the woman. So she's shining and she got a powerful voice. Wow, who was Ezra really talking to? Come on now.
And I looked, and behold, the woman appeared unto me no more, but there was a city built.
Come on.
And a large place showed itself from the foundations. Then was I afraid, and cried with a loud voice, and said,
"Not trip off that." He like, look, the woman would appear no more, but after that, there was a city. Y'all, we started off talking about the city that's built for us. You dig? That's our inheritance, Zion. Right? We went to 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter, 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. Zion is always mentioned because that's who Ezra is praying to the Most High about the redemption of his. What's going on? Right? We get into chapter 10. We see a woman. She complaining. She crying. She done lost her son. You dig? He reprimands her for real. He rebukes her. You dig? And then you look up. She's shining. She's speaking very loudly. And then she appeared no more. And all he sees is a city. Huh? Who was this woman?
Who was this woman?
Who was this woman he was rapping to?
Who was her son?
Yeah, and who was her son? Exactly. Let's keep reading.
Verse 28. Where is Uriel the angel?
He like, what? He got Yahweh's my light. Where is Uriel at? The angel, right? Go ahead.
Where is Uriel the angel, who came unto me at the first? For he have caused me to fall into many trances, and my end is turned into corruption, and my prayer to rebuke.
So now you know the name of the angel, the archangel that the Most High sent to holler him. It was Uriel. In the book of Tobit, it was Raphael.
Yeah.
In the book of Daniel, you got Michael, the great prince, Mikael. You see, these are archangels we talking about here, right? So he's like, well, where Uriel that's been rapping with me? What's going on here? All right, verse 29.
Verse 29. And as I was speaking these words, behold, he came unto me and looked upon me, and lo, I lay as one that had been dead.
What? That show you, hey, look, these angels again are not little babies with pampers on. Like these angels look at certain manifestations, they look hideous. They look like somebody that's here to handle some business, right? Come on, Hebrew.
And my understanding was taken from me, and he took me by the right hand and comforted me and set me upon my feet and said unto me, what aileth thee?
What aileth thee?
What aileth thee?
It's crazy because it's the same thing he asked the woman. Woman, what's wrong with you? What aileth thee?
What aileth thee?
Come on.
What aileth thee? And why art thou so disquieted? And why is thy understanding troubled? In the thoughts of thy heart? And I said, because thou hast forsaken me. And yet I did according to thy words. And I went into the field, and lo, I have seen, and yet see that I am not able to express. And he said unto me, stand up manfully.
Yeah. Stand up manfully.
He like, straighten your back
yeah,
out, player.
you know what I'm saying? You're all weak and sad. Boy, get up.
And he said unto me, stand up manfully, and I will advise thee. Then said I, speak on, my Lord, and me only forsake me not, lest I die frustrate of my hope. For I have seen that I knew not, and hear that I do not know. Or is my sense deceived, or my soul in a dream? Now therefore I beseech thee, that thou would show thy servant of this vision? He answered me then.
See, so you can ask the Most High to give you understandings of your dreams.
Yeah.
Right? That's that Christianity, man. You can't question the Most High. Where y'all read that at?
I ain't never read that out.
We got great men who always ask them questions. All right? Come on, Hebrew.
He answered me then and said, hear me, and I shall inform thee and tell thee wherefore thou art afraid. For the highest will reveal many secret things unto thee.
That's powerful.
He has seen that thy way is right, for that thou sorrowest continually for thy people, and makest great limitation for Zion.
No, for Babylon.
For Zion.
For America.
For Jerusalem.
Do y'all see that right there? He said your way is right before the Most High. Why? Because you sorrow continually for your people.
That's deep.
And you make great lamentations for Zion. Now trip off this. Is this you?
Hey, if that ain't what they call black power, I don't know what that is. What they so-called black power.
Right.
Straight about the liberation of their bloodline.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
You see, this man right here was on that.
And if
I mean, on it so much. Look, on it so much that the angel told him, "Look, your way is right before the Most High."
Just.
You know what I'm saying? You continually
that's deep,
sorrow for your people, and you make great lamentation for your city, your land.
You know how you just be reading these all through the years, and then one day it just hit you.
Yeah.
That's what this is for me.
Yeah, hallelujah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of cursing your people out, talking bad about it, why don't you pray for them?
That's right.
Why don't you pray to the Most High for them instead of talking bad, railing on them?
But you people, what he's saying? He's saying, look, the Most High finna answer your prayers and show you your vision, because all you've been praying about is the liberation of the Israelite people of Zion.
Yeah.
He like, for that, I call that righteous and just. Yo, hey, why he finna answer your vision? He finna show you the interpretation of your vision. Now, Pete, though, he went into his fasting, eating other lilies and nothing else. You know what I'm saying? No sweet wine, no meats, no nothing, just to get this vision in the first place. So everything up to this point have been Ezra doing this for his people. Who else going hard like that?
And to get the understanding.
Who else been going hard like that for Zion? Who going hard like that to get home, man? That's what I'm saying, man. That's deep. Verse 40. This, therefore, is the meaning of the vision which thou lately saw.
Yeah.
Thou sawest a woman mourning, and thou beginnest to comfort her.
Shariah, you listening, love? I hope you listening, because you asked about the 30 years earlier. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 42.
Yeah.
But now seest thou the likeness of a woman no more, but there appeared unto thee a city built.
Right.
And whereas she told thee of the death of her son. This is the solution. This woman whom thou sawest is Zion.
Is who?
Is Zion.
Everything is about home, y'all. That's headquarters. The woman you saw is Jerusalem. The woman you saw is Jerusalem, is Zion. That's the woman that was mourning over her lost child. Come on.
And whereas she said unto thee, even she whom thou seest as a city built.
That's who you saw, man. He saw no more, but saw a city built and all that. He was talking to Jerusalem the whole time.
That's crazy.
As a woman that lost her son. And he was rebuking her. Trip off that.
You know what that sounds like to me, y'all? Revelations 12.
Yeah, God. Revelations 12, yeah.
12 stars.
12, yeah. He gave birth to
a man child, a son.
Yeah.
My son sought to be killed. Yeah.
We in 2nd Ezra chapter 10, verse 45. 2nd Ezra chapter 10, verse 45. They're like, what kind of flower was it? It probably was a lily.
Probably was a lily or a dandelion. One of them flowers that's shaped like what they so-called the hexagram. All of these certain herbs have the same molecular structure of a hexagram, which means it's deeper than worshiping Satan, y'all.
Yeah. Look, it's been that. It's just certain people play on superstition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right, come on. All
right, verse 45. Whereas I say, she said unto thee that she hath been 30 years barren. Those are the 30 years wherein there was no offering made in her.
Wow.
Ooh, boy, that's a dagger.
You see that? So the woman in Zion, the 30 years she was barren, or the 30 years that there was no offering made in her. You know what I'm saying? Before the actual temple was built. Okay, come on, Hebrew.
But after 30 years, Solomon builded the city and offered offerings, and then bearing a son.
Come on.
And whereas she told thee that she nourished him with labor, that was the dwelling in Jerusalem.
That was when we was at home. Mama was taking care of us. It was all good. Daddy was taking care of us. Mama was taking care of us. You understand? We was all good. All right, come on out.
Verse 48. But whereas she said unto thee, that my son coming into this marriage chamber happened to have a fail and died. This was the destruction that came to Jerusalem.
Yeah, y'all heard that. You did. So he just saw the whole destruction of Jerusalem. He seen the whole destruction, right? Everything that happened, the woman, right? The barren years, the son coming into the chamber, right? And him dying was about the destruction of Jerusalem. So yes, y'all, we actually are the walking dead. Ooh. You ain't at home, you dead.
Straight up.
Right? And we are byproducts of the Romans sacking Jerusalem. Right? Again, it said that my son coming into his marriage chamber happened to have a fail and died, or fall and died. This was the destruction that came to Jerusalem or Jerusalem. See, so again, all we have to do, y'all, is keep reading, and the visions are explained. Right? Don't let nobody wing that answer. If you ask somebody, well, who was that woman and so and so? Oh, that was birthing them. You know, and my mama, my mom used to cry over me all the time when I left the house. You know, I used to wonder why.
No, keep reading.
Look, that's not the answer.
Keep reading. No.
We need the answer. What's the answer?
What's the understanding?
Yeah. Come on.
Verse 49.
Yeah.
And behold, thou sawest her likeness, and because she mourned for her son, thou beginnest to comfort her. And of these things which have chanced, these are to be a pond to be open unto thee.
Come on.
For now the Most High seeth that thou art grieved unfeignedly, and suffereth for thy whole heart for her. So have he showed thee the brightness of her glory and the comeliness of her beauty.
Yeah. Come on.
And therefore I bade thee remain in the field where no house was built. For I knew that the highest would show this unto thee. Therefore I commanded thee to go into the field where no foundation of any building was. For in the place where the highest beginneth to show his city, there can no man's building be able to stand. That is deep, bro. That's deep, man.
You're like, look, ain't no building be able to stand in the place where the Most High begins to show his city. See?
That's deep, bro.
Yeah, I see that. See, everything the Most High had him doing was for a reason. Even if you can't see it from your limited perspective. Right? You earthbound.
Yeah.
You feel me? Ain't even 6 feet tall. Then got the nerve to act like you know about the Most High's perspective on things.
Man.
He up top looking down. All right, come on, Hebrew.
Verse 55. And therefore fear not. Let not thy heart be affrighted, but go thy way in, and see the beauty and greatness of thy building, as much as thy eyes be able to see.
Like, look at the building of the Most High. Go look at that city, that sanctuary. Go look at Jerusalem. Go see the glory that shall come. Come on now.
And then shall thou hear as much as thy ears may comprehend. For thou art blessed above many others, and art called with the highest, and so are but few.
Only few. You did. We kept running that the whole time. The world to come is only for a few. All right, come on, Hebrew.
But tomorrow at night thou shalt remain here, and so shall the highest show thee visions of the high things, which the Most High will do unto them that dwell upon the earth in the last days. So I slept that night, and another, like as he commanded.
Now you see, this brother is off to himself in a field.
Catching dreams.
Yeah, catching dreams, visions, jewels from the Most High. He fasting. He on a restricted diet. You feel me? And all they got to be brought into play. You dig? And now look, yesterday we went over chapter 11 and chapter 12, and we connected the fourth beast of Daniel to that great eagle you're going to read about in chapter 11. We even showed who that lion was that ran out the woods and rebuked that eagle until his body was given to the flame. You feel me? So then we'll come back on and do chapters 13. That's about some gathering of the 10 northern tribes as well. And then we're going to walk right on through Ezra. You're going to see the very questions that I have in life. You dig? This brother had right here. You dig? And the answers the Most High was giving them. Oh, wait. So powerful. So powerful. You did. Let me stop sharing this real quick. One of y'all brothers pull a psalm about Jerusalem if you can, bro. We're going to pray on out. You know what I'm saying? All praise and glory now to the Most High. Psalm 137 is always a good one. Psalm 122, Psalm 120.
Nah, that's Psalm 37, brother. You know, I kind of like that.
Yeah, that's all that
That's
deal.
what it is. 2 witnesses.
Allah, Lord, Yah. All right, so y'all, we
gonna pray out.
We gonna pray out. If y'all, when y'all face Jerusalem, men uncover your heads, women cover your heads when praying or prophesying according to the ordinance in 1 Corinthians the 11th chapter. Face Jerusalem, that's Kings or 1 Kings the 10th chapter. That's also that's Daniel the 10th chapter. Is also 1 Kings the 8th chapter. Spread forth your hands. It's 1 Timothy 2 and 8, and also 1 Kings 8 and 54. We got direction, what to do with our hands, and to cover or uncover, all specified in the Bible. You dig? And we're gonna read a psalm about Jerusalem, Psalm 137. I pray all y'all got some understanding. We're gonna pray out. Jerusalem toward the back wall. Y'all good, my sister? All praise. Allah, Lord, Yah. Allah, Lord, Yah.
Lord, Yah.
Let's get her done.
All right, from the book of Psalms, chapter 137. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yeah, we wept. We remembered Zion. We hung our harp upon the willows in the midst thereof. For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they that wasted us required of us mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion.
Yes, sir.
How shall we sing Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh songs in a strange land?
Yeah.
If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy, remember Yahweh, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us.
Come on.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stone.
Hallelujah. Selah. Yahoo. Yahoo. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Yahoo.
All praises, glory, and honor to the Most High, the owner, creator, and possessor of all things. Long live his anointed, beloved Son.
Long live the
Hearts and
King.
minds of the faithful elect. Long live the King.
Hallelujah.
Honor and humility, STL. Once again, I'm your brother Malachi Maccabee. I got my brother to the right.
You know, Yaki.
I got my soldier, my brethren over there. Where you at?
They're reporting for duty.
Y'all know your
We
way.
finna hit these streets.
Y'all know your way of plotting, Judah.
We finna hit these streets and continue the war.
So
The war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all praise. Shout out to Yehuda Gur. Shout out to my sister Eliana. Poppy Shoes.
Shout out to Jehuda Gurd, man. I appreciate that shirt.
Hey, we got your shirts, brother.
I appreciate it.
Hey, brother.
Why
Hey, brother. I need 2X shirts, brother. You know what I'm saying? I need 2 of them. My shoulders a little wider than these brothers.
I gave your way up the largest you gave me, and I'm in the medium.
Oh,
Yeah.
praise.
Doc, Yehuda Girl on there. Matter of fact, here, let me post the Passover link in there too while we up here.
Yeah. And for everybody that's been asked for the prayer hours and all of that, I will be doing a live after bruh get done doing the Hebrew lessons tomorrow. So,
yeah.
Most High willing, if I got breath in my body, I'll be live tomorrow.
Yeah, and then I just found out, I talked to the brothers in Israel. They time ain't went forward yet. So right now, we in the central part of the states are 7 hours behind them right now. Usually it's 8. Their time switches over, but I think it's another month or something like that. You understand? So right now we actually 7 hours behind them.
So tomorrow we're gonna get the 7 hour count to the 3 days, the 3 hours of prayer.
Yeah.
And then when they move forth, once he get hollered back from Jerusalem, then we are up at an hour and we just keep y'all on. That way y'all know when to pray when the heavens is on.
Yeah. Real talk.
Because everything is based off of Zion, y'all. Not out of Babylon. Everything is based off Zion.
That's right.
Passover, when the barley come forth, all that ain't predicted from her. That's from Zion, y'all.
That's right.
That's from Zion.
That's
Let's keep that in mind, family.
Yeah, that's headquarters.
Yeah, and I just want to throw out there, man, if we can just get on one accord and pray at the same time. Think about that. If you read that 1 Kings 8, you feel me? They prayed, Solomon prayed, the congregation, they prayed together. When they answered the Most High, they said all at one time. Yeah, we will do. Even when they made the judgment when Yahweh shot, they all say, yay. Let the curse be upon us and our children.
And that's the reason why, like, it's going to be very important that we actually do the time of prayers tomorrow. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I study diligently. I just got hip to a first hour prayer. He didn't send me some script. I'm like, man, it's a first hour too, y'all. It's a first hour, a third hour, a sixth hour, a ninth hour, then before the sun go down, family. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even talking about your offerings. And you still can give offering, which is what we're going to link up to fast. Your oblation. So, man, there's so much stuff that we haven't been doing because how we've been taught and who we've been taught by. It's time to get back to Zion and get our minds back in these scriptures. Thus says Yahweh, man.
No doubt. Hallelujah. Any last words, brothers, want to speak on?
Hey, stay strong. Keep your mindset on Zion.
Yeah. That may be a hook there.
Stay strong. Keep your mindset on
Zion, baby.
Hey, everybody got next single, brother.
That's all praise. You got something?
Hey, man, serve the Most High with all your power because He gave it to you.
That's right.
He gave it to you for a job. This is a war we in. Ain't no time to sit back and relax. You are built for war, regardless of how you feel. Regardless if I don't want to fight. When you have the spirit of not fighting, get that spirit up off you and get the spirit of Yahweh on there. Because all the angels, even the angels are fighting, bro. Even the angels are fighting. So if the angels fighting, everybody fighting but loud. Get in the right mindset, man. It's a war, man. Love it. Love it, man.
You say, yo, if this is a righteous war.
This is a righteous war that has to be had. You woke up in a war. If you are born in a war, what are you born for? Battle.
Let's get it, family. Shalom.
No doubt. All praise, glory, and honor to the Most High. Once again, may He be glorified, and I pray y'all were edified. All right, thank y'all for y'all prayers and all y'all support, and we need your prayers more than your support.
Yeah, straight
up.
up.
We need them prayers. You dig? All praise, but hey, may the Most High bless y'all beyond measure for the support. You understand? That helps us continue to do what we do out here. You understand? There's a lot of major things about to take place. Us as brethren are always our brain clusters are always colliding. We always brainstorming, in other words. You feel me? About how to bring this word out even more clear, about how to point our people toward home. You understand? Getting our people in the spirit of going toward the crib, even when it come down to feast days and all that.
Yeah.
You understand? Being in the spirit of moving around, even while you're in Babylon, is work to do. We got properties to buy. We got all type of stuff. We got women to put up in there, children to put up in there. You understand? There's all types of stuff. Training that need to go down. You need to learn about your herbs and your botany and
my brother. Speaking of programs,
you know what I'm
saying? Women need to know the fences and all that.
We got announcements coming this Wednesday, y'all. And what the brother speaking out is what we've been speaking on, all these things, programs and packages and certain scenarios that we need to do to prepare for the end times. And look, whether y'all want to hear this fact or not, it's time to get y'all asses out of y'all comfort chair and it's time to start heading back home mentally first. Then physically. But yeah, so we're gonna be hollering at y'all. We want to make sure we got everything down in ink before we speak it out. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't playing, we brainstorming.
Coming soon.
We brainstorming.
Coming soon.
This will be manifested shortly now.
Very short. Very shortly. We putting in work, y'all.
Allah, Lord, y'all. All right, so we about to get up out of here, y'all. May the Most High bless. Pray for us and we continue to pray for y'all. Yo.